Everyone put ISM, welcome to Friday Night live at the Bench Show. So we're back tonight. We didn't have a show last week for one thing or another, but we're back tonight. We've got our full show on as well. So we've got Tim looking at the latest kit releases, Dan looking at all your work on the Facebook page and the forum. I'll be doing questions for the crew. We've got some giveaways to do as well. And as always, got any questions to ask, pop them in the chat and we'll get to them as we can, when we can through the night. So tonight with us, we have got, let me put the camera around, we've got Norman, we've got Dan, we've got John, Tim, Sam, Al, Luke hopefully is there, and me as well. Have you had a good week?
Yeah.
Stressful, man.
Yeah. So there we go, we're back, bit of a break, and hopefully have a chilled night. Like I said, we've got a couple of giveaways to do. We've got a £20 gift voucher to give away randomly through the night by picking a number. And we've got a £10 one to give away in Dan's section when he's looking at all your work. And the most voted build of the week will win a £10 UMP gift voucher. So all you got to do to win those is watch and do as and when what you needed when prompted. It's as simple as that. And like I say, we've got questions for the crew with Al. I think people can still post on there, can't they? We haven't locked it, have we? So, yeah. If you want to go, we've got a question, pop it over there. Make sure it's modern related and not daft as well, which would be helpful. And that's it. Have you got a busy section, Tim?
Yes, I'm still finishing it off now.
Oh.
Been a bit laid behind.
Oh, shocking. Can't get the staff. I don't know.
No, can't.
What are we going to do? So there we go.
Exactly.
Okay. Can I come with you?
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
What can I say tonight? I forgot what it was. No. What's everyone working on tonight then?
Painting parts that I had to strip.
The Mini Art T54.
Nice. What are you, Norm?
The cover.
Oh, lovely. Sam?
Well, it's supposed to be this. Toyota Celica GT4.
Right. Supposed to be doesn't sound good.
Well, it might be by the end of the night as well.
Right. What about you, Al? Al, you got no mic. You muted.
Was he frozen?
F-106. Just
cool.
here.
Excellent.
A flyby.
Flyby. I love it. What about you, Luke?
I'm working on decaling the front end.
Okay. I'll keep you busy for a while then.
Echo.
Yeah, we can't hear an echo.
Echo?
Yeah. It's gone now.
Gone.
There we go. And I'm going to start working on that. I think there's a road track car.
Yeah.
As somebody points out, that is a terrible picture of a Sierra, isn't it?
It's awful.
It is crap. Yeah,
It looks off, doesn't it? The dimensions look wrong.
It looks all wonky and it doesn't look good.
No.
Well, to me, it's best.
No, definitely not. So that is my plan for tonight. So I'm going to put my camera on the bench. So I can find where it is. Should be up there. It is. And that one. There we go. Oh, do you want to read the chat, John?
Swig and some lubrication. So, first thing we had 100% Bob with high peak. Then Tony's there, naked model. Evening, everyone. Gav Walker, evening all.
Oh,
Rummaging around.
Sam.
What?
Oh, can't get a staff.
Make a load of racket.
Try.
It's all right.
Hit me in the boot now.
Right, still there. Hi, everybody. And Bob. Ian Dalbright, sir. Evening, folks.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Rob B. Hi, all. Malcolm Plum. Evening, everyone.
Hello.
Well, mate.
Peter Phelps. Some random collection of letters and numbers. Evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Kiwi Gav. Hi, all from Nelson, New Zealand. There's Mike Batliner. Hello, everyone. Hooray. It's ISM Friday.
Hey.
Sweet.
Ray Aquilina. Hello, everyone. Good evening to all my friends. And hello, ISM Friday Night, guys.
Hello.
Keith R says evening all from a cold and wet South Wales.
Oh,
It's fairly usual. Digsby James. Hello, all from snowy Ontario.
Bonjour.
Some angry Scotsman saying hello world, it's Friday again, yay. Some weird bearded person, evening folks. It's Anderson, good evening from Washington.
Mr. Anderson. The Matrix.
Weird Uncle Fester's love child, good evening fellow sprue fiddlers and Tony. Brian Moran says hi folks and is wishing us all a happy Valentine's. Mwah. Ludwig Preppy Jeff is there.
Don't do that
In chat.
bit of vomit.
Nothing new there. Brian Windmill, evening all. Leon Verdenschott, good evening. Mickle Pickle, evening. Oh, hey everyone. Matt Rex, hello everyone. Hope you're all okay.
Hey, man.
Vaguely. Don Williams is there. Hello, everyone. Ride the wind, evening one and all. Steve, hello, all plastic fanatics from Southport, and a good evening to Paul and the Sprue Clue. Sprue Clue? Crew.
Oh my God, there's a comment further down.
Robert Houston, good day from Dunana. Patrick McGeever, evening all. AF Caballero, hello, everyone from Gravity Colors, Spain.
Hello. Yeah, that's Antonio. Hello, Antonio.
Evening.
Hello.
John Cochran, I got that one right. Hope all are well. Cheers from Oklahoma, USA, or Oklahoma as he calls it. Gaz Wilcox, evening one and all. Antti Pekela, evening from Finland. Some weird reedy bloke wrote something about Valentine's Day. John is also saying, ooh, the suspense. Well, finally getting to watch another live show. Live. T, good evening. Crayon Ryan, evening all. Hope you all have a good evening.
Hey, Kieran.
Hey, kid.
And Davey, evening everyone. Crew fighting man flu, so may not be here for all the show. Rest in peace, Tony.
Join the club.
Yeah, get yourself to anybody.
Flora.
Is it a good idea, Luke?
Flora, you want that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Flora.
make sure you take an Uber. Dragon 64, evening all. Hey Mika, good evening all. Peter Ritchie, evening gents. Hope everyone is okay.
Meh.
Ricky Paul Carson, evening ABS and PS gropers and sniffers. All Masters, evening all. Hope all well and hunkered down for the next storm to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yep.
Plenty of room for it.
Hopefully my neighbours will get their fence fixed first. Five Nige, hi all following from Malta.
Hello.
Jim Clark, hi all. Galactic North, hi all. Asking what does it take to join one of these parties?
Join the off-air hangout group and join when we're not on air here.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, you won't get any unless you know you very, very well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you pay us a lot. No, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Craig, hello.
Rhymes. Sorry, what?
Yes, I know.
Babes?
Craig Pello, maybe a relation to Marty. Evening, peeps.
What? Marty McFly?
Marty Pello.
Oh, okay.
Don't know who that is, do you?
Oh dear.
He's wet behind the ears, aren't you, Tim?
Oh, wet. Is it wet? I don't like wet.
Yeah. You not like wet.
Love is all around him. Valentine's.
Oh God.
Feel it in your fingers.
Oh,
You put a garden flower.
You'll feel it in
you
your
know,
But not in your throat.
Feel it in my fingers, it came from my nose. Yeah. Gaz Vickers, good morrow, model mate.
there
Kev,
was a few rude ones
Yes,
out
yeah.
there.
got in comment first, but must have been too early in for Sharpie. Yeah, I didn't open it up until the show started, so it does miss a couple occasionally like that. Willie Mack, hi one and all in the chat, and to the lads at the bench, a very good evening.
Hey,
Well,
boy.
hopefully fine couple tonight.
Hello, Willie.
Stu Scale Models. Evening, guys. Batten down the hatches. Dennis is on his way. Time to hibernate in the caves this weekend.
Yep.
Absolutely.
No, Matt, it wasn't you. I just blew a kiss, but if you want one, you can have one. James Mower. Evening, all from a wet and windy Kingston. Birthplace of the Harrier and the Hurricane. So not Kingston, Jamaica, then Kingston upon Thames.
I was going to say, yeah, Rich Kingston.
There's been some mighty flighty ideas come out of Kingston, Jamaica, but you know. Peter Ramsey, hello everyone. Hope you're all well. Have a great Friday.
Getting there.
John Citron, hello from the bitter cold state of Maine in the USA.
Yeah, I bet it's cold there.
Yeah, a little bit
cold
colder. HM Hall, howdy from North Georgia. Probably a bit warmer there. Jackie's Bruce, hello chaps.
Oh.
Oh,
John Howell, good evening everybody. We're back again, and Craig Pello does indeed feel it in his fingers.
Oh, cool.
Well, I can
One
do.
of us.
Oh, that doesn't.
To avoid the obvious joke. You know. And according to my Boofer, we're caught up. I will just say, while we're here, don't forget to hit the like button, people. The more we get, the more YouTube shoves us out to a wider audience.
Ooh,
And the
good
more
idea.
people we can get in.
The more we get in, the bigger it is.
Oh,
Ever expanding.
Very stretched. Anyway, moving on. Dan, stop doing this stuff.
You're such a child, Dan. Such a child.
Hey,
12 and a half.
raise your brain out the car.
I can't help it.
No, don't, because then I won't have anyone to look up to. Everyone else is just way above. I can only just about see Dan in the gutter.
Yeah, he's standing on me.
I wouldn't let him do that, Al. Don't you worry.
You're going to book first.
Kev says, glad to see so many other people who ain't getting none tonight too. Yes, Tim.
I never said
What about
I would get
you?
it on.
Basically.
You know,
I-
none of our ladies are in the chat at the moment, so left screen hasn't moved for 5 minutes. Is he okay? That's how he just does that from time to time. Or has your camera frozen now?
My
no,
camera.
there.
Oh no, yep, yeah, now you've moved.
I would say somebody just check that he's still got a pulse.
No, nothing.
5 nights, same. Paul, that kit's amazing. Why not the racing trim?
Done it before. I've got the Texaco one. I've got the Labatt's one. I've got another 2, 4, 5 of them in the stash. So I've got for all different other themes. And I just fancy doing a road car. That's it, really.
Yeah. It's going to be cool, though.
You can do Moonstone
Good
Blue.
reason to.
What was that, Luke?
You can do Moonstone Blue.
Yeah.
Nice. My favourite colour.
Yeah. Mine too.
It's classic, isn't it? It's classic.
Yeah.
It's what you think of when you think of Cozzies, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you giggling about?
Wasn't because he was thinking about that.
When I think about Cozzies, I don't think about cars.
Red polka dot bikinis like types.
Yeah. Although that's a itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
Yeah.
Hi gang, late again. Hope everyone is having a great Friday. Apparently the choice of colour is bingo. And bingo.
Bingo. Bingo.
That's very close to what gets shouted at Spurs home game. Red Baron model in there saying hello. As I try and read the chat and do photo it talk at the same time. So this could go badly wrong. Lee Beggs there asking how's the world's finest examples of human beings on the planet?
Wrong channel.
You keep coming to the wrong place.
Yep. Sorry to disappoint you.
He's a comedian.
You're quite right, Sam. It's very disappointing.
Something.
Well, you know, it's not very often you get called fine examples of human beings.
I don't think I've ever been called that.
But not very enough.
Oh, no, I'm sure someone said thank you at some point in life.
No.
No.
Not you, Dan.
No.
Tony Davies seems to want to see me in a polka dot mankini.
Uh-oh. I'm going to say that's very, very strange.
That's none of us wants to see that.
It's a family
That's
show.
very strange.
Even I don't want to see that. Even Luke don't want to see that, and some of the things he's seen.
That's minor in comparison. Really.
You can always get naked again, John.
Yeah, you know what happened last time I did that, though. Norm?
I was talking about myself.
Oh.
No, don't do that. Man.
I'd rather see John naked all the time than you know what I'm getting. And that's Barbara John.
Peter, see there are a lot of modelling companies jumping up with Top Gun kits already.
Yep. It's going to be a big thing this year.
What? Sorry. What?
Top Gun Hornets.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be a big thing.
I'm guessing they're always going to be Reeboks with different decals.
There's definitely a few of those around.
You know what I'm hoping for, though? I'm hoping once the film's released, because bearing in mind, most people that come back to the hobby are probably, late 30s, early 40s. Kids have grown up.
Yep.
They've got a bit of a kind of disposable income. I'm hoping what's going to happen is that the manufacturers of the kits, once the film's released, are going to then go, you can build it, you can build that plane, and it will draw people in to the hobby. Because they'll go, you know what? I've got time on my hands now. I've got a little bit of money to spend. I'm going to have a go at that and hopefully draw them into the hobby.
Yep, get them back in.
And open it up to a whole new audience, really. That would be quite good to see.
Could be.
Yeah, just.
Or whereas in reality, it's just going to be bang out an old kit with new decals, make as much money as we can.
Listen to him, Mr. Positive. Listen to him.
Positivity, Dan. Your nickname should be that. Positivity, Dan. Yeah, don't worry, Dan. Though Airfix will be fulfilling that.
Good stuff.
Just because your cave's full of flat pack bedroom furniture, mate, that's not our fault.
Tell me, thing is though, I've got to move it into the house and then upstairs. It's going to. My arms are already about 4 inches longer than they were this morning.
Well, that's handy.
It's all right. We'll club together and get you some roller skates for your knuckles.
That's what you get for watching an IKEA video.
Oh, I knew what I should have done. It's took me time a bit more on this, or just tell them it weren't finished.
Not finished, dear.
Red Baron Modelling just had his supper glue explode an hour ago.
Oh.
Yep,
Is that right?
don't be eating that.
I was going to say that'd be a strange.
Leave that alone.
Yeah, that might cause a little constipation. Hannah's there saying, "Evening, everyone." Yeah, it is only one dot on it, Tony, but it's a really big dot. Charles Stanhope saying hello there. John Sitcom, has anyone built the Academy Tiger one with full interior?
No.
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 Didn't have it, but get rid of it.
No.
Well, it's okay though.
Yeah, apparently it's not a bad kit, but it's German. So.
Yeah. I think
It's not bad kit.
if you're going to go for the Tiger one and you want to do a real big kit with the interior, go for the Dragon. If you can find one.
Dragon don't have interior, so.
Yeah, it's going to be. Did Rifle do one? And tack on?
Rifle, I think you do Tiger one, don't they?
Yeah, Rifle will do one with interior, I think.
Try if it actually has interior.
Tack on was the King target, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think there's a Tiger one with interior. There probably is, and I'm just being silly. And,
just paint it all kind of smoky black colour, that'd be about right. Drew one, late here and get well soon, Paul.
Good. Yeah, Rifle.
How the heck do I know about a full interior German kit and someone else doesn't?
My brain's not working at the moment. I'm claiming it.
Yeah, the Rifle one is full interior.
There you go. Thank Norm.
Welcome.
He's from Germany, and he's preparing more 3D printings. No, Darren Master saying John Stone is working on one. His is the 1/16th, I believe.
Yeah, that's a monster.
A monster.
Yeah. The Archangel Demon. Great Friday night repairing my Tamiya 112 Porsche 934 body, and my neighbour kicked across the living room accidentally.
Oh
no!
What did you do to the neighbour?
I'd kick my neighbour across the room.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was your neighbour doing in your house?
We had a discussion earlier in the week about my neighbour, and he's no longer my neighbour, is he?
Did he leave with his own accord? Did he leave his own accord, or was he pushed a little?
No, it was voluntary relocation.
Oh,
Will we voluntarily relocate to somewhere measuring 6x6?
Or a hospital bed.
Wendy's there. Evening, everyone. Evening, Wendy, and happy Valentine's.
Hello, Wendy.
Hey,
Good evening.
Red Barry says that's how I feel about the World of Tanks and War Thunder kits. Yeah, those are some really bad kits. So especially the Italy World of Tanks ones, they're awful.
I think there's quite a market for that, isn't there? People are playing the game and they want to build them.
A huge market. I mean,
I think you're better off, rather than buying the branded World of Tanks, World of Warships, whatever it is, kit. You know what the vehicle is, you know what the ship is, then do your research it and go and buy a proper kit of that.
Yeah, they're not even cheap kits either.
No,
they're not.
The branding just increases the value, doesn't it?
Reebok's Italieri bad kits.
Yeah.
Right.
If you like a T55 in World of Tanks, go and get a good T55 kit rather than the branded.
Don't get the mini art one though.
That's a good kit.
It is a good kit, but that'd scare the hell out of them.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the fact is, it's got a few parts.
Yeah, it's got a couple of parts.
T55, I probably know the tack on, even after that one bin.
Yeah, or even, if you're new to modelling, come here T55 is,
It's a good,
you know, it looks like
good.
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You can pick that up fairly cheap. I mean, I've got the Mini Art T55A. That's a big box of plastics. It's got full interior, but you know, but the Tamir one's really good.
Yeah,
For an old kit, it's brilliant. Well, yeah, and you can do a T55 Enigma. That's a good kit.
yep.
That looks good.
There's plenty of them. Just don't go for branded ones. Although apparently, normal. Remember, was it the ships? Was it the Atago one? Was actually a reboxing of a really good kit. There's one of them was at least one was a reboxing of like the best version of that kit.
Wasn't Shanghai Dragon, was it?
Yeah, I think it was a reboxing of a Dragon kit.
Yeah, because they done exact copies of it, didn't they? And there were peanuts to buy.
Yeah, cheap than they were when Dragon made them. Yeah, Tacomet is a Target 2 or King Target. They all look the same to me. Yeah, Rifle will do it. Martin Rutker says, yeah, it's a great build. Did the mid with the interior, but they're not entirely accurate. Don't think most of the interior kits are that accurate, to be honest.
No, that's the problem. They're relying on a lot of what if.
Yeah, it's just the actual available space inside the model isn't the same as inside the tank.
Yeah, no matter what company produce, somebody's going to find fault with it, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a tank.
It's a German tank, even more.
Think of the children, Al. Think of the children.
Disgusting.
Digsby First World of Tanks kit suck. We got one here.
Get that way.
Kai Perino 187. Hello, have a nice evening together. Greetings from Germany.
Hello.
Hello.
From Stuttgart.
Nice.
Archangel.
I do a German accent, but I don't want to viewers.
So Archangel Demon says, chuffed to the Italia releasing the BMW R80 19 Dakar and 19 Yamaha Tenere Dakar from the old Protar molds. Now, if I say it's one of those where if it's sort of a bike that you want, you're gonna go for it, but I'm gonna say they're probably not going to be the greatest kits.
Nope.
Pete Ritchie, hey guys, any tips on how to reduce the vibration noise from an AS186 compressor? We're living in an upstairs flat and trying to figure out ways to be a bit more neighbour friendly.
Put a mat under it. Bit of foam.
Yeah, neoprene mat, that kind of thing.
I'd also recommend if Peter's itchy, you should get some cream.
Yeah, and try and do your spraying when they're out. That's another good one. If you notice the car's not there and there's no noises coming from downstairs, that's the time to spray.
Yep.
Justin's there. J Hart Model Works. Hello, gang, listening in on the drive home from the office.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Tim, is your section ready, Tim?
No.
Dan, do you want to do your bit now?
I can do.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I need to just.
Yeah, you do your key mash.
All Dan's mashing buttons. I'll say, if you're not subscribed to the ISM channel, subscribe to that.
Absolutely.
All the old thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you get told when there's a new video.
Ka-chinga.
Also subscribe to Black Rifle Model Works, Mr. Link's channel.
That's build series coming soon.
Oh, what are you building?
Plenty of people in the chat have got their own channels, like Justin Hart, J Hart Model Works. He's just started off. He's got some really good stuff on there. And I've got a channel as well. Yeah.
I've got a channel. You can see the slideshow once I put it up there. On it. That's about the only content I've been putting up recently. But I've got some reviews on there.
Yeah, to be fair to him, though, you put that slide chart, that'll probably get more views than some of my videos do.
Well,
It will definitely have more views than all of my videos.
Hey, good point. I haven't watched any of yours.
No, Luke.
Yeah,
Luke, I'll put you on repeat because your voice is great for sending me to sleep.
Well, I can cure insomnia.
Especially the recording in the dark, 3 in the morning kind of videos.
You can kill piles as well. He's got a great finger.
They're the best ones.
Yep. Mark Evans saying good evening. Pete saying tips lads, and Beesby is saying yes. There's great videos on Luke's channel.
He's watching the wrong channel.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I'll
you
stop
watching
watching.
Black Rifle Model Works, or are you watching Black Rifle Coffee?
Yeah, they're much better. Much better.
And there's some strange stray in there. Southwest Modeler. Good evening, everyone. Evening, Junkie.
Hello. Hey, Joe.
Junk.
Good day, you big.
Straight
Oh,
Next Tuesday.
I called Trisha that the other day. I said, "Oi, you see you next Tuesday. Come over here." She's like, "Did you just call me to see you next Tuesday?" Because there's a few dads turn around and start kicking about.
Sunt.
Yeah, exactly. Very strange, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Willie.
Hang on.
I think Willie meant in chat, Dan.
Oh, I thought you were thanking somebody.
Was that
Or
itchy
for holding
Willie?
my bench up.
Are we back on to mentioning itchy stuff again?
Oh.
We mentioned itchy stuff.
I have no clue.
Peter.
Tim's gone weird.
No, he didn't.
No,
He never mentioned itchy.
Tim, have you been on the night nurse?
no, he said itchy. John said it.
John?
Anything itchy.
Hey?
I've not said anything about anything itchy.
Tim,
No, not
Tim.
you.
Tim, put the lid back on the thinners and move it away from you.
He said Peter Itchy earlier. So
Kick the straw in the
No, Peter Ritchie. That's why you're confusing us. I don't know. Right, when you're ready, Dan. Hang on. So Dan's going to share all your work you've shared through the week on the ISM Facebook page and forum. Make a note of your favourite bill because you'll get to vote for it at the very end. And that's it. So over to you, Dan.
Hello, everybody.
hi, Dan.
Hello. We're going to start on the forum as always.
Goody.
Enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic. Be enthusiastic. Be enthusiastic.
Yeah, the forum.
Yay!
Yay, 3 posts.
We're going to burn my leg on the radiator. Ow. We're going to start off on the forum as always. Might have already said that, but I'll say it again.
Where are we on the forum, you say?
Yeah, on forum, I think. I'm just like,
Glad you not lost.
the first one out of the gate tonight is Mr. Hawkmoon.
Yes, you know.
That's fucking good, isn't it?
This is his Rifle Models Tiger 1. He wanted to get an almost worn-off look for the winter camo, but may have been too subtle as the pictures don't show it so well.
Subtle.
The wash is quite consistent over the whole hull, but the pictures didn't show that. As a kit, it's great, builds nicely, and you don't have to use the clear parts. A solid alternative, so I provided in the kit. All done, and he wanted to get an almost worn-off look. Hang on, what?
Crackly work, that.
Pink Jubilee, that threw me then because it says it there, but it all says there. But to be fair, it is a fortnight old, so. But it does look good though.
Yep, very nice.
Yeah,
When I first seen it, it threw me that because I look straight for a picture because I'm a Neanderthal, and I don't normally read words, and I had to read words to figure out that he got a clear part on that.
really
But he has done a really good job of that.
Yeah.
This is F27 packs next. And he says, good evening, happy modeler. Well, good evening, modelers, let's say.
Yeah.
He says, here again is the 172nd resin FSC Dujin Mudry cap. 232. It only needs a little touching up here and there, and it will be ready. Somebody's jumping in, so they find it funny. It will Luke. It just needs touching up here and there, and it'll be ready for decaling. It was primed with Tamiya rattle cam primer, and the finish includes Tamiya TS76 Mica Silver, TS8 Italian Red, and TS19 Black.
Lovely.
That's a doody little.
Yep. I didn't get it.
Dinky.
Hang on. Where's mine?
That's you done.
Oh yeah, that's me. About 3 minutes then. Right. You know what? Getting up at stupid o'clock does.
Did it start again? Did it start again, Danny?
No. Do you know what I need? I need to be rebooted on Sunday. I need to be switched off now, then rebooted on Sunday. That's what.
We can organise someone giving you a boot in on Sunday. It's fine.
This is Barry F1 fan, and this is a finished Hasegawa 124 scale Nissan R91 CP race car. It's primarily in Tamiya grey. He's painted it with Tamiya acrylics. Need to up that game. Through the Iwata Eclipse airbrush, and it's got a semi-gloss clear on it. It's his first time using an airbrush setup and had a blast. He's learnt a lot from the gurus here at ISM. So thanks, guys. You know who you are, apparently. Pretty happy with the results. He needs to work on some stuff for sure, but overall he's pretty excited with the new toy.
Very good.
I'll tell you what, he's done really, really well for his first time out with that.
That is very nice.
And he says he's hoping he can watch it live this week because it doesn't happen very often because it's the middle of the working day for him. Hi, Barry.
Working for truckers.
I don't know why I'm waving because now I've got no cameras on, but I waved.
I did too, and I got mine turned off.
I waved like a chuckle brother, if I'm honest.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, dear. This is Two Kids No Sleep. Scott next. He says, hello, everyone in ISM land.
Hello.
He's working on the Cobra still. It's a 124 scale AMT glue bomb rebuild. She's up on her wheels at last and painted blue, not yet cleared. Lots of scratch work left to get her all together and replace all the missing bits.
I really like that. That interior is really nice.
Yeah, his leather work's quite special.
Looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't even think that needs a clear coat.
I was just about to say I'd just polish it. Carefully. Caleb B next. And this is a finished KV1. It says kit was easy as pie, as all Tamiya kits are. It's primed in Badger Steinel Res, painted with Vallejo Model Air Russian Forbio green, cleared with MIG Lucky matte varnish. I've heard people have not been lucky with that.
No.
With MIG enamel washers, pigments, a lead pencil, and chips made with Vallejo black brown. Yeah, I like that. It looks good, that, yeah.
Yeah. Done a good job.
And apparently it says, cheers to the live stream dream team. Oh dear, shoot me now.
That ain't me he's talking about.
This is Hawk Moon again. Obviously, it's a rollover from a fortnight ago. And he's working on the Model Factory Hero 1/12 scale McLaren MP4-4 right now.
Nice.
Engines assembled and painted. Now doing the inner cockpit. Zero carbon grey and Kevlar yellow paint used. And then the carbon decals were added. Rivets and other detail also added along with the seatbelt. Still loads to do, but he's really enjoying this build.
Excellent stuff.
Nice.
I like. Oh, this is me. This is Flash.
Whoa.
Obviously, manufacturer is killer. Creature. Cheers for that, Tim.
Well done.
Painted in the Tamiya LP range with Mr. Hobby Super Gold, and the eyes are Archer transfers. Makes life easier. Aqua Gloss and Winsor Newton matte UV varnish, all sprayed through. The Ultimate Apex airbrush.
Very nice, mate.
Excellent, mate.
That's really good.
I probably could have done a lot more to it, but you know.
But what would you do to it? Because that looks like it's supposed to look.
you could probably do a bit more shading here and there, and a bit more on his face.
You spend a long time shading.
Yeah, you could go to town on it really, but weirdly the pictures don't do it justice. And that particular spot just there, that's gold in the centre part, should be white. But when I did sort of try to paint it white, it run out to the side just there, and then it bled all onto his chest. So pretty much all, I don't know, a 2-inch circle around his chest had to be redone, which was really hard. Remembering which paint
it all matched up and tying in again.
Yeah, well, I had to try and remember which paint I started off with, and then what layered on top of that to make it look right. And yeah, I managed it though.
Yeah, it's really nice that done. I like that.
Well, I like that.
Mate. Good save.
Yep. Can't see you screwed up at all.
No. Next is a strange fellow called Paul.
Ah.
This is a Tamiya 24 scale Ford Escort RS Cosworth. It's a Cosworth. It's primed in ultimate white primer, base painted in Ford Imperial Blue, Gravity Spain 2K clear coat, wheels painted in Mr. Hobby Superfine Silver 2, all sprayed through his ultimate Apex airbrush, micro balloon textured seats, PE and ribbon seat belt, polished with micro mesh and polish, wink wink, and waxed with wax, wink wink.
Wink, wink.
Stunning, mate.
Yeah, that does look good. I like the blue.
I'll tell you what, if you looked at that and didn't know, that's the real car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you look at it,
You wouldn't know.
You definitely think so, wouldn't you?
you'd really struggle, I think.
Cheers, boys.
No, that really is good. This is Mr. One Mac next, Mr. Angry Owl.
Right there.
Oh,
And this is a 148th Trumpeter F106A Delta Dart, and it's half primed in UMP grade primer.
Yeah.
Nice, Al.
And the product placement is on point again, Al. Well done.
Yeah.
Good lad.
No problems.
So,
Oh, Al, you've got one of those fancy jigs.
The flight post stand, yeah.
Oh.
I have two actually. I have a
Oh, wow. Show off.
la-di-da.
and a taller
One for
one.
each leg.
He's so
What
nice.
to stand on?
Well, there we go.
Oh dear. I like. This is Jono. He's finished up the cockpit.
Is it the Jono or someone else?
No, it's not Scam Automatic.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, this is a different one. But he's finished up the cockpit of his 135th scale AH1Z from Academy. He's sprayed it with Ultimate Black Primer and with Edward pre-painted PE set for the controls and seat belts.
That's what it's supposed to look like when it's painted, is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Norm. Quick, get a screenshot so you can see it.
I've got to say, I quite like how he took that picture on the Apex box, if I'm honest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a second to realise,
Yeah.
but I do like his dials and knobs and whatnot.
That's really good. That's really nice.
Yeah, nice.
This is F27 packs again, because obviously it's a rollover. It says, "Good evening, happy modelers," or "Good evening again, happy modelers." Yeah, we're still not happy.
No,
He says, "A week later, here's the completed 1/72 resin model of the Mud Moodry Cap 232. I quite like that actually.
Something different.
It's different.
Yeah.
I like different.
Yeah.
nice.
What does that say in the wing, Dan? Along the flap and on?
Go back up. Let's have a look.
No clue.
Okay.
Isma.
Tim's your man for French.
It was it? 2 seconds.
Captain,
Quick montage. Haraut. Languid.
Languedoc.
And then I've got to zoom in a bit because that says Languedoc.
Languedoc. Yeah.
You sure it's not? You sure that's not Welsh? I'm pretty sure I heard them speaking that when I was tuning into the Welsh channel.
Welsh should have less vowels in it and more phlegm.
Yeah. Anyways, Mr. Dan Edmonds is next. He says, "Hi Dan, this week is finally finished his 124 scale to me a Toyota GR Supra.
Beautiful.
It's a fantastic kit, as you'd expect from Tamiya. Various ultimate primers, gold for the body, zero paint, super wasabi, concept green. Tamiya LP paints used throughout, Pro Range 2K, chrome parts stripped and repainted gunmetal, zero textured paint for some of the interior, micro mesh, Novus polish, and Tamiya wax. Ultimate Apex with both the 0.2 and 0.35 needle sets. Have a great show and a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very, very nice.
I do like that. I do like it. It looks like Kermit's wash bag. This is Steve Will, apparently.
Oh,
What will Steve do?
Steve Will.
Oh,
Has he told us what it is?
what he'll do?
Oh, how many pictures? Oh my god.
He says, hi, this week is finished the second Hasegawa kit, this time a Honda 500, Tamika paints, Tamiya,
Nice.
on this one, and a clear coat.
Okay.
I quite like it.
Can't remember who's on pick.
Yeah, it's slightly over pictured, but it's a very nice bike. This is Rocket Surgeon next. And he says he's had yet another disaster with the Tamiya AMG GT3. He's painted it with Tamiya X1 through his apex, then tried to apply a clear coat using a duplicolor rattle can. Ooh.
Dear.
He used this on airliner models before with good results, but this time it attacked the underlying coats. It even melted the surface of the body, only the black parts. The grey bumper remained intact for some reason. The body had a quick bath in 98% IPA and sanded most of the primer back. The surface is still not perfect in places, but hopefully the upcoming primer coats will level it out. I probably should have been the model after I rear-ended the bumper, but he won't let it beat him. Good lad. He'll probably save the CVS TOS decals, whatever that is, and the wheels for another kit, and build this one with aftermarket decals.
Oh. You know when you can do those really arty pictures on your phone where you can make highlights and lowlights and loads of
that's what that looks like.
That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah. Weirdly, it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that's it for the forum. We're going to slide swiftly into Face Ache,
Hurrah.
hopefully. And the first one out the gate on Face Ache is Mr. Is that sharing still?
Forum.
Oh, I've got to stop banter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Smile for the camera.
Have you done that?
I need to do, where are we?
Oh,
That button.
Yeah.
Is that me sharing now on Face Ache?
It is indeed.
Coolio. And again, the first one out the gate on Face Ache is Mr. Joe Yellow, and this is a Kitty Hawk 132nd Mirage 2000C.
Nice.
Oh, it comes with a bundled high cap battery.
Cool. Provides long recording times, apparently.
What do you like?
Actually, supposed to be for Kitty Hawk a very nice kit.
Allegedly.
Yep.
This is a rifle model in 135th of a M1.
Oh, that's cool.
That
Mr. Right. I apologize. This is Bart Thomas. This is Bart. But I do like that. That looks really good.
Yeah, very cool.
you could almost leave it like that.
Yes, and say it's a
And
black and white
put it on a desert base in its black and white form. That'd look really cool. But yeah, very nice.
I like that.
I like this next one as well. This is Mr. Antonio Rodriguez next.
That's cool.
This is Anubis work in progress. It's a 1/12 scale bust on the new release Omen Battle of Gods series by RP Models. All painted with Vallejo, Andrea, and Chimera paints, all with a brush.
Nobody.
Very nice.
I like that a lot.
Some good work there.
Yeah. You watch though next week. If we post next week, I'll guarantee it'll probably be something different, and
Totally different.
it'll not be a bust. It'll be like a piece of armor, or you know what I mean.
It'll be a
Like,
tangible.
yeah, he's definitely likes to chop and change. And this is Joaquin Craftsman. If I butchered your name, I apologise, but I do try my best to butcher everybody's name. And this is a Merkava in 1/35th scale by Takum, and it's on its way to the spray booth.
Nice. I wonder if that's better than the Meng one then.
I've no clue because I'm not into armor.
I think the only main difference is how you assemble the rear baskets on the turret, because the Bakara has the chains dropping down for the RPG threat at the back.
Yeah.
And how you assemble the rear baskets on the turret is really the only difference between the two kits.
Okay. I know, but because Norm's having a bit of fun about that.
Mine's the Mark 4. That's the
Mark 2.
Mark
So,
yeah.
Yours is the Meng, though, isn't it? Not the Takum.
Yeah, it's the Meng kit, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
everything I've seen, they're saying assemble the rear baskets, spray them with the chains, and then put them onto the turret. Otherwise, you're going to create yourself an issue.
And next is Mr. Adrian Shingler. I nearly made a joke.
Yeah, that's something crossed my mind then, Dan, as well.
Yeah, I'm going to bite my tongue.
Yeah, let's move on from that quickly.
This is a 1/48th Revell F-16 Thunderbird. Yes, my lady. No primer, sprayed with zero paint white gloss, using his new UMP Apex for the first time, and he loves it.
Excellent.
Decal's done using UMP Decal solutions. And next up is Revell's GT350 Mustang.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, I like that as well. I like this also, yeah. This is Leon Verdenschot.
Bless you.
And he says that he's got the D9R back on the bench for some further weathering. It needs dust and mud between the tracks, overall dust and some more damaged paint. The tracks and dozer blade were painted in alkyd steel first before he put on a chipping fluid. After that, he put on ammo rust paint and the ammo US desert vehicle paint.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, this is Mr. Jim Clark next.
Oh, wow.
And he says he's got this one finished off the shelf of doom. It's a Hobby Boss 1/35th IDF Puma, or Puma, as Jim says it, with a bunch of legend extras. Has also added full model tracks and Meng mine roller. Who's painted it in real colour and weathered with a host of MiG/AK/ammo effects, enamels, pencils, and mud. Here's to another great Friday night show.
Nice one, Jim.
On that.
Yeah, that's
Stunning build, that.
well done, yeah.
And I like the simplicity of his base as well.
Yeah.
Just a bit of desert, job done.
A lot of work gone into that to add the mine roller and he's done a real good job there.
And that photo etch, that railing, that's incredible.
Yes, This is Mr. Peter Thompson next.
Oh, that's nice as well.
He says, hi all, not been on here for quite a while, but he's always building. This is Italio's 1/9 scale World War II German motorbike with sidecar. The sidecar is there, hiding behind. He's got to say, spent too much time on cleanup. Every part had a huge centerline seam, and the flash was unbearable. But it has built up nice, and he's super pleased with how now to add this to his work. Use basic Vallejo sand and using colour different shades, followed by chipping them pigments and repeating after sealing to the result he wanted. He still got to dust the tyres and a wash where needed. Well, that can wait, as he's now having a break. Good luck all.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Really good, that is.
I like his little toolbox down here. That's quite good.
It's going to be a tricky one this week.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's the beard.
Ah,
Oh,
This is Mr. Luke Carswell this week.
Rubbish.
It'll look,
yeah,
I'm
it'll look all
joking.
right once you painted it, mate.
yeah. Once I've finished it, it'll be all.
Mr. Carswell says this week he's finished the 35th scale AFB Club British Army FV-101 Scorpion armoured reconnaissance vehicle. He built this to depict a vehicle used during the First Gulf War, Operation Granby. Great kit to which he added some Black Dog resin stowage, scratch-built tarps, and aerial tactical panel. The tie-down straps were done using Easy Line, and he's also added an AK cam net to the front. And AFB Club workable tracks. The Union flag is from Duplicate.
Carter.
Yeah, that production. He's primed in UMP grey primer. Base colour is a mix of XF Desert Yellow and Buff. Clear coats are aqua gloss and Windsor and Newton matte varnish. All sprayed through as UMP Apex. All weathering done with various UMP washes and MIG pigments. Well done, Dan, for getting through all of that. And happy Friday and happy modelling.
Superb.
nice
Well
one.
done.
No,
Well
that does look good, that does, Luke. If I'm honest. Mr. David Stevens next. Pardon me.
Yep.
And he's completed Trumpeter's 135th Stern 1S91 Cub Straight Flush Radar. It's a
Very
definitely,
nice.
it's definitely different, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect that didn't have guns then. It was just a big spying machine.
Radar dish.
Essentially.
And I quite like this one, weirdly, from Mr. Daniel Blair.
I do like it, actually.
No, I don't like
It's
trucks, but I
roller.
like this one.
Yeah.
This is a United States military tribute semi-truck. Semi. I don't want to say semi because that sounds wrong.
Rock.
Duh.
In 1/24th scale, it's an International Lone Star from Mobius Models. It's primed in Krylon and Tamiya Grey. Two-tone top coat in metallic red and metallic blue, masked with Tamiya tape. Is cleared in Model Masters clear lacquer. Is used aftermarket custom single wheel conversion kit. Used aftermarket decals for USA Patriotic and USA military theme, including desert camo and carbon fiber on the interior. Super detailed molds and go crazy with the detail brush.
That's really nice. There is. That's really
I
nice.
think it's been a cracking job there.
I think he's coming on a bundle with his modelling.
It is.
Definitely. I'll put that down to Norm.
It's not the box, though.
Norm showing him how to get it done. This is Mr. Cameron Corliss next, and this is a Hasegawa 148 F104, and he's adding a CMK resin and is used alclad for the aluminium airframe.
Looking good there.
That
Yeah.
looks really good there.
Some good tones on that metal then.
That aluminum airframe's a pig to spray.
Oh,
Very, very touchy to spray.
Mhm.
I love a 104. Such a good plane.
I like this one as well. This is Tom Scale Garage. He's still working on this Kenworth T900 in 1/25th scale from Revell. It's going slow, but one piece at a time.
Oh, is that why he's been posting up some of his other trucks recently as well? They are really,
Yes, I think he did. Yes,
isn't it? They are really good.
but yeah, I quite like that one as well. Oh, I like this one as well. This is Miroslav.
Oh, it's all right, I suppose.
And
It's all right.
this and this is
Rick
first
doesn't really
build
work
of
on it.
2020. It's a 112 Tamiya Kawasaki Ninja ZXRR. It says, "Have a good show, everyone."
Very nice.
I like that a lot.
Mm.
Very nice.
It's going to be a tough week this week.
Oh yeah.
What a nightmare.
This is Mr. Mark Evans, and he's been working on his Adolf Galland 1/10 bust from Mitch's military models. Here he is, ready for primer. UMP primer, of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Mr. Mark.
That's interesting for me because it's right at the stage, pre-painting everything stage. So you can see what it's like there, and I'll be interested to see what it's like week by week.
Yeah.
It's going to look awesome, I'm sure.
This is Mr. Malcolm Plum next. And he's continuing with a 1/12 scale Trumpeter 4 GT40 build with some photo etch and aftermarket parts being attached. It's ready to get 2 chassis parts together.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll look interesting.
That looks so good.
I wouldn't say he's put some effort into that one.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Ooh, this is our very own Chuck, Mr. Clinton Hills.
Thought about putting a lot of effort in.
He says, last week you finished the Tamiya 24th scale Porsche 911 GT2 Club Sport. Is primed in UMP grey primer, base coated in Tamiya TS30 silver leaf, top coated in Tamiya TS72 clear blue. Other paints used were LP5, LP11, X12, cleared in SMS Ultra 2K clear, all sprayed through his UMP Apex. After having some paint troubles with the clear blue, in the end, he's happy with how it came out. Cheers and have a great weekend, everyone.
Nice one.
Very nice, Sean.
Yeah,
Nice
nice
shot.
Yeah, that's definitely come out really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one as well.
This is just awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. This is Mr. Adam Challenger, or Sir Calsonic Adam III, or whatever we named him. And he says, evening everyone. He's been working on this on and off for the last 2 years. It's a 1/48 scale full resin Star Wars Y-Wing from Alfred Wong. He's been eyeing up the 48th Millennium Falcon next. Watch this space, he says. UMP primer, Tamiya paint, UMP washers and oils for weathering. 3D printed Star Wars logo. Oh yeah, I will at some point. Yeah. Or Adam, get my address at it. Birthday addresses. Sorted.
Just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's probably, he did a good job on there.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. So it should have done. It took him 2 years.
Yeah.
He's been doing that 2 years. It took me 2 years to build this. And his is better. This is Mr. John Sharp next. This is Broncos 35th scale SU152. Is primed in UMP black, painted with some shades of green and given a UMP whitewash after removing excess whitewash. Some brownie green enamel wash was airbrushed on to grime things up a bit. No clear coats were used in the making of this model.
Really?
Wow.
You heathen!
You can't do that.
You're not allowed to do that.
Everything that we all know.
I think you need to go and stand in corner and think about your actions.
Looking good, John, though. That looks good.
This is Mr. Digsby James next. He says, trust you're all doing well. He's still a ways to go on his 35th scale Meng Panther SD. It's a great kit. Paints of Vallejo model air/color. AK Interactive, Tamiya XF and Model Master. Barbed wire fence is scratch built using wire stripped from old earbud headphones and then twisted to get the length, etc. With single wires tied to emulate the barbs as always. Thanks for taking a look and have a great weekend. Cheers.
That's very good. Nice work, Digby.
I quite like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Length. That's what I heard.
I think what's nice there is he's created the base, but no bigger than the model. So the focus is the model, but the base just gives it that bit.
Yes.
Sure.
Does look good.
Yeah.
As does this. This is Mr. Stephen Winter. He says this week he's been mostly weathering the ICM 172nd Sea Hund midget submarine. He's been having been testing out the AK pencils, and I think he may have to get the whole set. That looks good. I like that.
Doing really good, isn't it?
In fact, John, are you taking the votes?
Yeah, I can do if you want to vote for Stephen Seawand.
Yeah. Definitely my vote. I quite like his weathering. It looks perfect. Mr. Chris Stover is next, and he's finished his Tamiya 48 scale A1H Sky Raider last week, but there was no show. He's painted it with Tamiya and Model Master paints, and it's a nice kit.
Excellent.
It's a lovely kit.
Looking very good.
And the final one of the evening is Mr. Paul Bertland.
Bertland.
Bertland?
Ratland.
Ratland, sorry, Ratland. I'll rub my eyes, or at least one eye. And this is to me a 124 scale Nissan R35 GTR. He's painted it in Gravity Spain Katsura orange and 2K clear coat.
Mm-hmm.
Do like that colour.
Yeah, I like that colour. I was thinking as well today, Paul, you know, for that hood over your spray booth, can you not get a sheet? I think you could buy a clear sheet of acrylic.
Yeah, I was thinking that. It'll work well for the light, not won't work very well for the camera because I get reflections. But I have thought of that. It wasn't all the options.
Thing is, once you've made the canopy, what you could do then is cut out like a flat.
Yeah, that was my plan. Yeah. Cut a hole just for the lens to fit through.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it looked better than a bin bag anyway.
Oh, yeah. Did the job, though.
I was going to say, that looks a belting finisher.
There's a bit of dust in it. Nowhere near as much as I normally get.
Bit dust.
Bit dust.
Bit dust.
Say it again, my love.
and that's it for this week.
Superb.
So I'm going to pinch it from you, Dan, and put this up first.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I need to stop sharing.
Now you get 5 minutes to pick your favourite build of the week. Try and give the subject and the builder's name if possible. Dan's going to do a full recap. So when you see John post in the chat, start voting now. You got 5 minutes to pick a build, and that's it. Away you go, boys.
Are you ready, Dan? Are you ready, John?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm not.
Start your votes and start your recap in 3, 2, 1. Start up.
Am I back sharing again?
Yeah. Yep.
We have Mr. Hawk Moon with his Rifle models Tiger 1. We have F-27 packs with his 72nd resin aeroplane. I want to say what it is, but I can't. Barry F1 fan with his Hasegawa 124 scale Nissan R91 CP race car. We have Two Kids No Sleep with his Cobra in 124 scale from AMT. We have Mr. Caleb B with his KB1. It's a Tamir kit. We have Mr. Hawkmoon again with his Model Factory Hero with his 112 scale McLaren MP4-4. My Flash. We have Paul's Tamir 24 scale Ford Escort RS Cosworth.
Cosy.
We have Mr. Angry Al, Mr. One Mac with his 48 scale Trumpeter F106 Dart, F106A Delta Dart. We have John O with his 35th scale AH1Z from Academy. I'm guessing that's a helicopter.
Yep.
We have a finished 172nd resin model from F27 packs. We have Mr.
French.
What?
David.
We have Mr. Dan Edmonds with his 24 scale Toyota GR Supra. We have Steve Will with I'll just go through 10 pages with his Honda 500. I'm guessing in 12 scale. Mr. Rocket Surgeon with his Tamiya AMG DT3. Pardon me. I'm going to quickly stop that. I'm going to go to there.
3 minutes. Dan, you got 3 minutes.
Camera.
3 minutes now. No, man.
I'm oriented. Don't rush me.
Man.
I'll kill you. Is that sharing again?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Mr. Joe Yellow with his Kitty Hawk 32nd scale Mirage 2000C. We have Bartko Tamas, apologies for butchering your name, with a Rifle model M1 in 35th scale. Mr. Antonio Rodriguez with his Anubis bus in 112th scale from Omen Battle of the Gods series by RP Models. We have Joachim Krasman with his Merkava in 35th scale by Tacom. We have Mr. Adrian Shingler. I've thrown myself with his 148th Revell F16 Thunderbird.
Don't throw it.
We have Leon Verdenschott with his D9R. I'm guessing it's going to be a Meng.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Jim Clark with a Hobby Boss 135th scale IDF Puma.
John, put me down for that, mate.
And me, John, please.
We have Mr. Peter
Very
Thompson
good.
with his Italieri 1/9 scale German motorbike with sidecar, pardon me. Mr. Luke Carswell with his AFB Club 35th scale British Army FB101 Scorpion armoured reconnaissance vehicle.
Hopefully.
Mr. David Stevens with his Trumpeter 35th scale CERN 1S91 Cub straight flush radar. We have Mr. Daniel Blair with his 24th scale truck from Mobius Models.
Put me down for that one, please, John.
Yeah, you know what? Put me as well. He's worked hard on that. He's
Yeah, I've worked hard on that.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Cameron Corliss with his Hasekawi 48 scale F104. We have Mr. Tom Scale Garage and his Kenworth T900 in 125th scale from Revell. We have Miroslav with his 112th scale Tamiya Kawasaki Ninja. We have Mr. Mark Evans with his Adolf Galland in 1/10 from Mitch's Military Models. We have Mr. Malcolm Plum with his 1/12 scale Trumpeter 4 GT40 build. We have Mr. Clinton Eels with his Tamiya 24 scale Porsche 911 GT2 Club Sport.
30 seconds, Ben.
Mr. Adam Challenger with his 48th scale full resin Star Wars Y-Wing from Mr.
Oh, my second choice.
Mr. John Sharp with a 35th scale Bronco SU 152. Mr. Digsby James with his 35th scale Meng Pump House D. Stephen Winter with his ICM 72nd Seahund. Mr. Chris Stover with his Tamiya 48 scale A1H Sky Raider, and Mr. Paul Birkland with his Tamiya 24 scale Nissan R35 GTR.
Oh, professional.
Nice one, Dan.
Well done, Dan. That was a mammoth.
Wait,
Well done.
Can you put me down for Adams, please? I wanted to let Dan finish without interrupting him.
Yeah.
I thought you've run out of time now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there
Very
you go.
well.
I'm joking. Go on.
Well done, buddy.
Go on.
Put me down for Jim's Puma, please.
Yeah, that's
It's Puma, not Puma.
I tell you something, that were a mission, weren't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you were getting right down the time. I was like, well, I don't want to interrupt him because he was actually getting it spot on.
Yeah, it's done well.
Well done, Dan.
That's how professional we are these days. Well, that's what it says on the script.
The script, mate, yeah. Don't forget, we are scripted.
Yeah.
Fully.
And we're only here to get free stuff.
Of course, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, you guys are already free stuff.
And we've changed a lot.
Free stuff, yeah. Nobody watches.
Yeah, as long as
6
Blah,
years.
blah, blah. That's a load of shite somebody spouted this week.
Oh, Paul, get off the fence, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I got 3 here.
Three of them.
Yeah, but have you been told which body part it was off?
Oh.
I can assure anybody watching right now, the amount of times I've been shit on by people, nobody very rarely gets anything for free off me.
Oh, no.
I learnt my lesson a long time ago.
Just advice.
Yep.
Advice, yeah. Or if you're testing for us, you'll get that. Al got a very nice one today, didn't he, Al?
I did indeed.
Lovely. We'll see a bit.
Beautiful. I love that.
Absolutely chuffed with it, man.
Okay, John, over to you.
Right, so from 138 watching, we had 55 votes.
That's not good.
Come on, people.
I understand you're voting for someone else to win something, but next week they might not vote for yours. So we have a tie in third place between Jim's Puma and Paul's Cosy.
Oh,
Nice.
ooh.
In second place, we have Adam's Y-Wing.
Oh.
Hold on.
And after a recount, which is what took me a while to make sure I hadn't missed any, one vote ahead, Peter Thompson's BMW with sidecar.
Wow.
Well done. Well done.
Well done, Peter. Get your address to me, mate. There's an email address.
Yeah.
There's an email address in the chat, ismprideclaim@gmail.com. Email that with the email address you got connected to your UMP account, and I get that sorted for you next week. Well done, Peter.
Well done.
Nice
And
one.
yeah, as Sergeant Brown just said, Bill, there's 138 watching. We've really got 55 thumbs up. Come on.
Well done, everybody, because there was some wicked work in there tonight.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
just some phenomenal work in there, and just It's so difficult to choose. So
I will say though, since Daniel Blair's been coming in the Hangouts and listening to advice and whatnot, his modelling has come on a bundle.
Yeah.
Advice.
loads.
That's why I chose that one, because you can see the improvement from his previous work.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Massively.
I thought you lot just told the piss off all the time. Don't get it wrong then.
So going back through the chat, we have Martin Foley saying it's like looking at the CCTV cameras at a mental asylum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, it's not that far different most of the time.
No.
What's this? No, I'm joking.
John Paul says, "Hi all, sorry I'm late. I just got up." That's a good enough reason.
Up where?
Then someone was naughty. And Dwight of Northern Star Railroad Lines asks, "Hello from snowy, cold upper Midwest USA. Newbie question. Anyone dare to say what model company has the best quality?" Andy then asked him what was his favourite genre, and he said curbside cars.
That's Tamiya all day long, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, isn't it?
Tamiya, Aoshima, Fujimi, some Rebels,
I mean,
B-Max.
you'll probably echo that, Paul.
No.
Curbside has got to be Tamiya, isn't it?
Oh yeah, all day long. All day long.
Pretty much anyone else before you get to AMT.
Yeah.
As Sergeant Bonus Bill says, the glide slope of a starfighter, 90 degrees.
Mhm.
Lee Barlow says, "Hello all, bit late tonight, hope you're all well."
Mhm.
Hello.
Malibu Bounce says, "Doesn't envy you guys having to choose a favourite. Why do we think we put it up to you guys to choose?"
Yeah.
It's for everyone to choose, buddy.
Because
Yeah,
a week like this
absolutely.
week, we would probably have had 8 different votes.
Yeah. Well, we did used to do the actual picking, but it got too hard, so it was just
The thing
easy.
is,
Yeah, we found out.
Not
On
easy
out.
to everybody else, but yeah.
there's what 130 odd watching, and only half of those people have voted. So it's
Not
down to
even
you
that,
guys
so-
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, one vote can swing it.
Well,
One
it did
vote
tonight,
did.
didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was, one vote difference would have been a draw.
Malibu bounces. Ant. Hey, Ant.
Ah, yes, of course.
Oh, he's had it. Yeah, that right. He's had his name changed. How are you, Anthony?
Hopefully, you're keeping well, mate.
Yeah, and
Hey, and
I don't think I've not sent him anything for a week.
And I know Ant won't mind, so mwah, love you, Ant.
what?
Go on, you card.
He'll probably blow me a kiss back
Sam,
anyway.
have you dumped again?
Yeah, don't begin this year.
Oh, you know I love you,
Hang
Sam.
on,
shut
Sharpie.
up.
Are you using this
It's
thing
not my
to
note, isn't it?
instead of sending out Valentine's?
Aye.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Miserable sod.
I'm putting a special page just for him for you, Sam.
Aye, put him in the book again.
He's in the back, mate.
Oh, back page.
Bill says the penance for being late, 5 holy umps and an order within the next 3 days. And says, "Stop sending me grot, Dan."
No, it means we don't get it.
Nope, share and share alike.
Oh, Punch is there. He's testing one. Howdy, Punch. You see, I said Ant would blow me a kiss back, and he has in the chat.
Cart.
Caleb's just sitting here working on my T26 build and thought, "Oh, fuck, it's Friday." Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, testing. Yep, you're coming through loud and clear, Punch.
We just hear you.
And Sprue Addict is asking, "Hello, Dave. How many Valentine's cards did Warwick get?"
1 from himself.
Oh,
Thing is, though, he did really send it.
And he had to.
And the card.
Something so good. Well, tasted anyway.
Yeah, there's going to be some glittery nappies in the next couple of days.
Nappies, you just shit on the floor.
Oh, I don't know. There's me trying to make the crew joke as clean as possible. Like someone said, try and keep things cleaner. And I am all caught up again.
Superb.
Well done, Neil.
Have you started that mini art kit, John?
I've got the lower hull done, which took me like 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm partway through one of the fenders.
Yeah.
Which is around about 100 parts.
Yeah. Proper kit then.
Proper kit, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you get the multi-part stowage straps in PE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when you have to time it so your hands are shaking in unison.
But you definitely get your money's worth, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, 45 quid for the non-interiors, which is a standard price for armor kit, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the amount of
I was looking the other day. I fancied a Tyran 5.
Yeah, same here. Good kinks.
I just kind of fancy one, but you're looking at the Tamir kits, and they're still, 40 odd quid, and you're still getting vinyl tracks.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Get a mini art kit place was 50 quid, and there's a lot more to it in there. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah, I say if the Tamiya kits are 20 quid, 25 quid,
yeah,
I wouldn't have any issue at all. I'd quite happily buy and build them, but when they're only 5 or 10 or more or less,
you can build them in a day.
So when they're 5 or 10 or less than something that's
and I just think at that
point, detailed, much more parts, got indie link tracks.
I just think at that point, paying 40 quid and they've still got vinyl tracks in there.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Up your game a little bit.
I'm going back a few years. I bought the AFV Club Paladin. Is that the M109? How it's
Yeah.
And it was 10 or more than the Tamiya kit. But it came with etch, metal barrel, all that kind of stuff. And that's not a small metal barrel on that.
Yeah.
Okay, it did still have rubber band tracks, but it had about 4 times the parts count and all the extras in there as well.
Do you have Antoff to play with his organ?
No.
Oh, nice. Well, it is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Make sure you wash it directly afterwards, Anne.
Or wipe it on. No. Leave it.
Easy, Tiger.
If you want down, I've got my organ here. My mouth organ. That sounds even worse, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm going to say yes, John. Definitely.
Harmonica.
Name.
Spruce, I think you guys need a swear box. All proceeds go to charity.
That won't work.
We've already got one.
Yeah, we've already got one. No one ever swears.
We've got used to it.
We're programmed now to not swear.
When I first started joining the live show, I think it cost me about 60 quid in 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's something I thought was quite happy.
You learn very quickly.
I got that
quickly.
Yeah.
Now the game is try and get Tim to swear.
Yes. That's a good game as well.
Caleb, cracking build on the KB1. Got my vote. It's
Yeah.
you did a good job of that, buddy.
Yeah, nice.
What I liked on that, Caleb, is how where you've got the unit markings, you've proper nailed the kind of dirtying up of the unit markings, which a lot of people don't do. They put the unit markings on and keep them quite clean. Well, obviously in combat, they're going to get as dirty as the rest of the tank. So, yeah, he nailed that really. It was just a very tough week to make it.
Hang on, I've got it written down here. Yeah, you got 3 votes, Caleb. So joint third with 6, so you weren't too far off. Andrew says, sorry if I miss your replay, guys. Wondering what matte clear acrylic varnish is best to use to protect before enamel weathering.
Winsor & Newton.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, Winsor &
Newton Galleria matte acrylic varnish. So I don't know how you do it, Dan, but I normally thin it about 75-25.
Yeah.
With UMP thinner.
Yep.
And you will get a really good matte coat.
Oh,
and it will take weathering, it will take everything. And it's cheap.
Yeah. And pretty much, if you've got a range, we ain't got one no more because it caught fire last week. But hang on. To do with me.
1,000 bottles of Winsor & Newton matte varnish that he's willing to sell if you can.
But yeah, if you've got a range near you, they have an art section, and it's £5.50 quid-ish, £6 something like that.
Yeah,
got
really good.
Up here somewhere.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Oh. There it is. It's got a price ticket. No, mine hasn't got the price ticket on it.
Let's have a look.
Yes, Lee, you missed the vote. Yeah, you're not a space cadet. You did graduate, as Kev says. Dan Blair is there. The model of formerly known as White Dan. Hello, guys. Late to the show today. Went back and viewed your reaction to my submission to the working on section. Thank you for the kind words. Just wish it translated to more votes.
If you'd been here earlier, Dan, you could have voted for yourself.
Yeah.
The thing is, Dan, that build, I mean, trucks, I tried one, as did a few of us.
Yeah.
And
Dan will try it once.
Out of us, how many trucks went in the bin?
Mine did.
Mine did. And
Mine went to eBay.
He's done a cracking job on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So don't worry about the votes because there was a lot of.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're happy with it and your modelling is progressing, then that's all that matters. It's not about the vote.
Yep.
Just compare it to something you built a year ago, and you'll see where you've improved. We can.
And to have it painted all on the sprue like that was just phenomenal.
I think so. I think it did a cracking job. I couldn't build a truck like that.
No, not me.
I could box one.
I was pretty good, weirdly, putting mine back in its box right before putting another big box outside. And then a week later, 3 men in another big box come and put it in that.
And they put it in a massive open top box, didn't they, Dan?
They certainly did. Never to be seen again.
Yeah, it's a cracking builder.
Well, unless the guy down the tip's gone. Wow.
I guarantee there's going to be a fella that tip with most of my VHS collection. Not that kind of collection.
Oh, I'll say,
I've saved that one for later.
I was going to say, has he got carpal tunnel?
Don't mock the afflicted because I have.
Join the club.
What are you evicted with?
Mine came from working in a chicken factory.
What was
Chris
that?
Anderson is asking, what are your guys' thoughts on the Black Dog aftermarket sets like the F-16 or A-10 large sets?
I can't comment on their aircraft sets because I'm not an aircraft modeler really, despite this Phantom on my bench with about 3 million stencils. But their armor aftermarket stuff is really, really good. And what you'll find is they put so much, particularly like stowage and that sort of stuff, they put so much in the box that you'll have the option to pick and choose what you actually use. So, and it's, I suppose it's a shameless plug. So my upcoming Pink Panther build, I've got Black Dog aftermarket resin for it. And I've been through it, and there's only probably half of the stuff I'm actually going to use on the build.
Wow.
So you're then left with lots of other stowage, lots of other bits and bobs that you can use on other builds from that time period. So good value for money, I think.
Good.
Really good value for money.
Yep. Steve says he's got a carpal tunnel in both wrists. Kev says he hopes Black Dog has really just ordered the full set for the 172nd Seeking. And Dan says actually gone back to a model from a year ago, stripped it and restored it to current modelling talent and standards, expanding into dioramas to create a new challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Galactic North is asking, Al, did you remove the LED from that headlamp?
I did indeed.
We both did. Me and Hal took them out together.
No. Something to do with the battery.
Caleb, after I get the SU-122 and a T-26 done, I'm going to start my first Dragon kit. Have fun.
Enjoy those instructions.
So I don't think I've built any Russian Dragon kits. As it
I have.
Russian Dragon kit.
But I've not built them.
I don't have any Dragon kits.
I've built and crushed German ones. Built American armor.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're lovely kits, but the instructions need some interpretation.
It's mini art without the etch and bad instructions.
Yeah, actually.
Don't have any mini art ones.
Chris says thanks for the input. Bill says also got carpal tunnel in both wrists and really bad shakes, but it doesn't stop him doing what he loves.
What's that?
Sounds like really good shakes.
I'm nowhere near that one.
No, leave it.
Yes. Digsby James is saying, Luke, are you planning on a Challenger 2 build along, or I just ordered the Tamiya Challenger 2 desertized?
Yes. So we are planning a group build of the Challenger 2, the new rifle build kit. The initial date that we kind of figured out between me and Jim and Chunk and a few others was the 1st of May. However, due to coronavirus, I'm led to believe that there'll be a delay on those kits getting anywhere out of China. So we'll probably postpone that maybe till 1st of June, 1st of July. But at some point this year, there will be a group build, not a build along, but a group build of the new Ryefield Challenger 2 or Megatron
What was that? You going to video build it? Oh, nice one, Luke.
No, I didn't say that. Yeah.
Cool. I don't know.
So I
Not
was
it.
asked, what is today? You're going to video build it? Oh, sport it. Give me a chance.
So yeah, I will be building the new Challenger 2 along with Jim and Chunk and whoever else wants to jump on it.
Yeah. Video build.
But it will be delayed now because of quarantine and everything else. So
Yeah, just need to suss out when they release it and work from there.
yeah, they're just not releasing. So I'm led to believe they're not releasing any containers from China for the next 6 to 8 weeks, and then obviously you've got the delay of shipping and everything else.
Yeah.
But due to my job, in the last 10 days, I've been to 2 suspected coronavirus, and it just creates a massive headache for everyone.
Yeah.
Here's a question that I've been wondering: is how can you tell the difference between them having a cold and having this virus? Is there actually anything you can really tell without having a proper test?
Blood test.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No difference.
But if you imagine, the issue is, so we get called as a crew to a bad cold.
Yeah. I've got a bad cold.
So then it comes into your history of that patient. Firstly, are they Chinese?
Yep.
Or are they in contact with people from the Chinese community that potentially have traveled within the last 6 weeks?
Yeah.
If we say yes to those questions, then that creates a massive headache then for the ambulance service, because we will respond to it, but we have to respond in a certain way.
You have to go in there with big
suits, all that completely sealed units. Essentially the same as the military, like an NBC.
Yeah.
Suit,
hazmat stuff.
Separate oxygen supply and everything else. Then once we get that patient onto the ambulance, if there's something critical, we will treat it. Then we have to take them to a hospital, but we can't take them inside the hospital. We then have to maintain them on the back of the ambulance, where then a doctor will have to get completely kitted up, the same as we are, come out to the ambulance. We've already taken bloods at that point anyway. The doctor will then assess them. Then we have to wait probably 2 hours for blood cultures to come back with the patient still on the back of the ambulance. Can't allow them into the hospital, because as soon as you do,
that's an ambulance and you then totally out of commission for most of the day.
Absolutely. Then, if it's confirmed or queried as coronavirus, then what they need to do is quarantine that patient. So the way we're working at the moment is we'll quarantine that patient for 14 days at home. So then we've got to take them home, because they can't get on public transport or anything like that. Take them home, and then we have to go back to our station and decontaminate not only ourselves but also that ambulance. And that vehicle is then taken off the road for 21 days.
21
days.
21 days.
Jeez.
And bear in mind, these vehicles aren't cheap.
Oh no,
they're roughly £250,000 each. So yeah, that vehicle's taken off the road. All the kit on that vehicle, all the equipment on that vehicle, all the disposable equipment is thrown away. There's £35,000 straight away.
Wow,
mad.
Yeah,
like you say, Paul, it's to make sure that it isn't spread anymore. But my gosh.
Well, I know one thing. As you all know, the quarantine for those UKs that came back was here by me.
Yeah.
At the hospital, I've been going back to every day for nearly 2 weeks, and I've been walking right by that quarantine building. But if anything's there, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But yeah, it's a big headache. But better that than allowing it in.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, the UK is subject to coronavirus.
and then having people having to drop bombs on villages to get rid of deadly bugs and stuff
Well,
like that.
that's quite extreme, Tim. Yeah,
Wow.
like, I don't know what your political persuasion is, but we're not going to bomb people because they've got coronavirus.
Tim's just gone full.
Yeah, just gone.
We're
Apocalypse.
gonna
I'm sure I did a film where they were going to deal with the
You're
problem
gonna
by
do
dropping a
nuke
bomb,
them
and I
from
thought,
space, sure.
hey,
You're gonna nuke them from space to be sure.
but I think it's oh, we can. Well, poor China.
Oh my God,
Oh my god!
Tim,
I'm only joking.
Tim,
All of it.
stop talking, quick.
Can I just say that the views shared by anybody in here bar me have nothing to do with ISM or anything I'm related to whatsoever.
We give up.
Anyway, we haven't got any satellite nukes, have we?
Oh,
Of course we have.
The Americans.
Yeah, quite.
Anyway, back to the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Before Tim buries himself, Galactic North saying about the LEDs on the headlamps. His one caught fire.
Well, his head.
Wondering whether he should have put triple A's in, not double A's. That shouldn't make any difference.
I took mine apart and it looked like a lithium polymer battery to me.
These are rechargeable, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
But it looked like a lipo battery to me, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that ain't staying in there.
Mm.
Right outside your ear.
Yes. So Digsby built Dragon Panther. It was a good kit. Kevin's experience of Dragon Kit is missing parts and the instructions, as we all know.
No, they're not missing.
Got extra.
They're just on the different screw that might be they labelled the same as the one you've got, but labelled a different one. It's there. You just got to find it.
You've got 3 different D sprues in the same kit.
Yeah. Not that D, the other D. What D?
What? Yeah, is that a DD, Tim?
The DD, yeah. I'll have a look.
Dan Edmondson, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Good evening, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Good evening. Wine is done drinking this evening.
Who says Heil Tim? Michael Mitchell's got the AMT Vorchal battle cruiser coming in the mail.
Nice.
Digsby saying, remember how SARS and how it affected in Toronto. As an ordained minister, we had to go through all the protocols, and following a visit, you had to stay at your home till you had the all clear. John says, like the movie Outbreak. Andy says, just send him the coordinates, Tim.
Oh, cool. Wicked. I'll say it's the start of the zombie plague. That's what it is. We're saying the zombie soon.
Caleb says, got to use Apex for the first time yesterday. Absolutely in love.
Excellent.
Apparently, in Kev's kit, there was supposed to be two of all the sprues, and there weren't any G sprues.
Yes,
He was asking, did anyone watch a BBC4 program about the contagion pandemics?
No. We've got enough problems with that.
Yeah.
I was watching someone on the Black Plague the other day, though. Or Black Death. That was interesting. 60% of the population died. John Paul says he's found the right colours for the plane that he's working on.
Excellent.
Jeff Thomas is asking, is anyone going to the model show at Bovington?
No.
We can. Too far.
Bit of a trek to Bobby from here. It's about as far away.
Even me, it's
you'll be in
quite the closest out of all of you, and it's still a trek for me.
It's a fair track for me.
Weather for me.
Anywhere's a fair trek for you.
Yeah, well, fair point.
Even the local shop is a fair trek.
Yeah. Got to put his snowshoes on and
Yeah.
have
So you locate the beacon and
I am thinking about there might be a opportunity for a Cosford meet up there, Dan. Oh, Dan's not there. He's gone.
Dan's not there.
Yeah, well, so I'm not condoning panic, but with the coronavirus thing, I wouldn't necessarily wanting to go to a crowded model show somewhere.
I'll
No,
be fine.
it's fine. The smelly people are fine. They're all right.
Just
They
a
won't count.
cold.
Andy Keller says they had I Am Legend on YouTube on TV the other night. Thought we'd give it a miss.
John, you got to think the smelly people. They won't have the virus because no one goes near them to catch it.
Why did you say that, John?
See,
Hang around.
You're implying that John smells.
See, Tim.
No, not John. The other
I
people.
do not understand why you are not in politics.
If you
Like,
might be-
your view on the world is so simplistic.
He smells far away from the smelly person. So the smelly person, he's perfect. He's fine. So it's all right to hang around the smelly people.
Yeah.
And,
I like what you
and there's one thing you get at model.
The government
They might have.
Right, Tim, go spend 3 hours in your local games workshop and see what you come out with.
Oh,
Yes, Caleb, 100%. If you want those washes to come off, put a clear coat down first. As do if your washes will not come off.
or depending on the effect you want.
Well, I'm saying that SU-152, I didn't put a clear coat on because I wanted that effect from the whitewash.
Yeah.
Depends how heavy you want that effect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
heavy.
Without a clear coat is like shit to a blanket.
Yeah, that's the unity marketing statement.
I don't care tonight. I'm not in the mood for being PC.
No, he's a back man.
I'm keeping an eye on Tim, to be honest.
That probably happens here anyway.
Yeah, Tim's going to vote for you, Tim.
What do I do, eh? What do I do?
It's all for holiday.
Sorry.
Jason, what? Jason said hi, Jace.
Hey,
He says coronavirus with a bit of Lyme disease. And Michael Mitchell says, yeah, the flu pandemic of 1918 killed more people worldwide than World War I and II combined.
Yeah.
There's where they're putting a good thing on it.
Yeah.
Today, right.
They didn't have nukes. Imagine nukes as well.
I think the thing is, don't panic. Coronavirus is just a bad cold. That's what it is.
Just picks
But
up a week, doesn't it? Weak and elderly. It's nice knowing
Left and free.
Okay.
Hang coronavirus is a bit like. I'm not going to go there. Hang on.
But
Right.
in the Western world, you will get the best medical treatment known to man, and you'll be right after about 3 days.
Think you'll have Luke turn up at your door and you'll feel much better.
No, you're going to get Tim with tub of floor and a spoon.
On the phone, the saying we're going to nuke.
Screwdriver says,
Hey, if I
yeah,
was in charge, I'd do
Tim's haircut is getting a bit Borisish, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Harold says you should be the new foreign secretary, Tim.
Tim,
I think I can solve a lot.
you know how
A lot of our problems.
you know how to make your beard look more impressive.
Grow it.
Keep growing it.
Yeah, well, yeah, puberty will kick in, but
I know.
if you completely shave your head, the optical illusion is your beard is bigger.
You might
He'll look like Robin Cook.
Are you taking that analogy from something else? If you shave it, it makes it look bigger.
analogy.
Absolutely. Yeah,
If you've got an idea, Tim, you want to get it looked at, mate.
Or I could spend £30 and get it cut, and then I'd look really handsome, wouldn't I, Luke?
well, yeah. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is like a mane.
They're going to charge you a £5 for Tim, I think.
Yeah. It wouldn't take them that long.
I'll be honest, it does need a bit of a
Hey, Jim,
really-
this 12-year-old kid out here has got a cracking beard.
It's on 13 with this now.
Yeah. Steve saying Southport's had a new wargaming shop open. They sold bolt action miniatures. I hear they're pretty good figures, actually, bolt action ones.
I've been looking at the Flames of War stuff.
Yeah, that looks cool.
And this is going to sound really wrong. I've got no one to play with.
Oh,
Yeah, I know the feeling, Luke. This is why I don't buy the games anymore. Just
But
minute.
the idea of actually constructing and
Don't be
painting
listening to Radio 2.
is
I was just about to say something.
What sign of faith on it, Dan?
massage was it? Was it?
Oh, it's the Davy.
No. I thought I'd better stop myself because I'll get something in. Someone in.
Yeah, let's move on then.
More myself.
So, last one, 'cause it's funny. Tim's campaign slogan: "Sorry, China."
Hey, at least
Matt 58 saying hello, everyone. Caleb thinking of building a diorama with T26.
my China fixing situation, we'd make friends with the Americans again because they'd be very happy if we did that, wouldn't they?
Well, we are friends with the Americans.
Well, because we used Huawei's, they're not they didn't like that. So they didn't like that, did they?
What on earth are you banging on about?
Huawei.
Your political insight is second to none.
It's true though. The Americans don't like us at the moment because we use Huawei's. Huawei's, whatever they're called.
What?
We're not.
I'm
they-
completely lost.
Yeah, me too.
We're the Americans bad books for a little while
Why?
because it's
What's
very
the
political.
Huawei?
His political
No.
views come from the Pepper the Pig Facebook group.
So sorry about it. So we're the 5G network that's going to be used within the UK. So Huawei is one of the companies that Britain decided that we're going to try and use to make the 5G network, and America claimed that Huawei, or it is, I'm not sure, is pretty much owned by the Chinese government, and so in other words, all they're going to be doing is spying on everybody.
Yeah, that's no different to everyone else spying on your data anyway. So,
And yeah, Hannah's right. Politics are banned. So move on.
Yeah. It's your own fault. You shouldn't have asked me.
That's not what you're banging on about.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you were just alarming us, Tim.
Panic
Cool.
now.
Ian Dalford said, "Sorry guys, not sure if it's the hospital Wi-Fi or myself is going to crash first. Good night, folks. Good luck with that last week."
Yep.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
right.
dude, if you're able to use the hospital Wi-Fi, you're unlikely to crash.
Just don't
And
hang it.
Gaz is asking for advice on exhaust marks. Have an irrational fear about doing them. Well, we all do on occasion.
Yeah.
I generally just mix up something with Tamiya smoke and either a brown or a grey and go slow and gentle.
Depends on what exhaust.
Nothing wrong with beige.
Is it an exhaust on an aircraft, or is it an exhaust on a AFV or a car or bike? Or
I would assume aircraft.
you guys that build the bikes and cars, like you do the heat staining, don't you?
Yeah.
Paul does it on.
Yeah.
We're using like the blue and bronze,
Violet, sepia,
yeah,
smoke. Yeah.
which is obviously a very different sort of staining or different sort of finish. So if you're doing like an AFV or an aircraft, or depends on the exhaust.
Yeah, just World War II aircraft. Yeah, just find yourself a picture
Yeah.
Google image search, and take that as a base to kind of go from.
I would say
more grey than you'd expect because there was a lot of lead in the petrol.
Yeah, I would say Tamiya smoke very, very thinned initially. Create the pattern that you want with that. And then if you want to go heavier, you can then use kind of a black pigment mixed with like a dark brown pigment, because it wasn't always black. There's lots of oil and all sorts of chemicals involved in that. So, and then you can streak it with enamel thinner and
stuff.
How I would do it.
Darryl Master says, exhaust marks, don't wear white underpants and you'll be all right. I think that's the one. There you go, Luke, you can do a video on it.
May as well.
Yeah, I could. However, I'm not going to.
Oh.
Well, I'll stick it in the back of my head then for one to do when I run out of other ideas.
Yeah.
Might be sooner than you expect. Dwight saying, thank you for an informative, entertaining show, boys. Well, thank you for turning up and being here to watch, Dwight.
Yep.
Isn't it? Or at this point in time, if you look at Sam's camera, he looks like a fast rider from Star Wars when his head's down.
Oh, one of the old scout troopers.
Yeah.
You're trying to say my head's covered in scars?
To be fair, Sam, though, I don't think that you look that great.
Yeah, how come he gets Star Wars and I get a nun?
Good point. Good point.
You must like that now.
Yeah.
I haven't got Luke's new address, so I'm not worried about it.
I thought that was the white top bit, but that's actually your head. It's just the light.
That's fine.
Hey, you leave my little bro alone.
It's might as well just say that, really. You know,
Who called you friend?
In the book.
Put it back in that book.
Watch out for him.
Oh, Tim must have got up because Kev's saying the gimp chair is back.
The what?
Yeah, the gimp chair.
Tim, they're all picking on you tonight, man. I don't know what you've done wrong.
Hey. I don't give up.
I'll stick up for you.
Hey. Now he can't unsee that, Luke. Thanks.
Hold on, Sam's going to stick up for
There you
Tim.
go.
Now.
Did you
It's right, Sam. I'm going to send them all to China and deal with them later.
I keep expecting an Ewok to jump out and go, "Eat Chihuahua."
Did you say you were going to stick up for Tim there, Sam?
Say again, mate?
Did you say you're going to stick up for Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, I best put Tim's name in the book first.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It
yeah.
might not be my mate.
No,
Yeah,
he's not. You're my friend. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I know, mate.
Might
Sure, mate. I had to laugh at that. That made me laugh, Tim.
be getting confused between people. He's accusing Norm of looking like a nun. Says you look like an old sister.
His old sister.
Gruesome too.
Al looks like the nun. Norm looks like Uncle Fester's love child.
All of like. Where'd your brush go?
We can take the abuse. Don't worry.
That's
We're used to it.
I think I'm used to it.
Yeah, we'll get used to it on the offer hangouts.
Yeah.
If the Adams family had shaved cousin it, they'd have got Norm.
Yep.
Norman got good looks then, you know.
I love my mother, the test tube.
Norman is definitely the best looking one. I think, out of the crew. Norman is a sex symbol of ISM.
Yeah, well, you know. How much you have to drink, Luke?
Look how many hours you had down today. It must be half hammered, mate.
By the sound of it, Luke's had a few.
He's
Hold on,
definitely-
we're on the right hangout here. Where the
He's delirious.
sure.
Oh, look at that Macava.
Where?
In the box.
So,
Yep.
so what kits have you got into paint this week, Norm? Because I'm sure people are interested that you paint.
Yeah, he's been busy.
Hold on.
He has been busy.
And yet he didn't put a picture up on ISM.
I
know.
No.
No.
Tisk.
I painted,
Traitor.
I primed and I painted the Hasegawa, sorry, Tamiya Stewart, the new one.
Yeah.
Then I primed up the Tamiya M51,
Nice. Yeah.
and then I primed up the Tamiya Valentine.
But you painted a couple.
So
You painted a couple, didn't you?
I've painted that one, and I've done other little parts, but they're over there.
So,
Yeah.
out of interest, Norm, what's the theory with the orange?
The red
Alright.
oxide primer.
Is that for chipping?
No, it's just so I can do the base tones before I put the top camo on.
Okay.
I found the UMP, the oxide primer a lot better for tanks.
Okay. Interesting.
So, yeah, I've been productive in the spray booth this week. These will go back in the box now. Where's that box?
We're back to Dan looking like he was in a boy band, the Backdoor Boys.
Backstreet Boy.
And I'd just like to say I couldn't move my finger for 2 days. It kept locking over like that.
Norm primed 3 models, top coated 1, and got airbrush.
yeah, finger cramp.
And, the Macabra's not far from going to primer.
Wow.
Your son pup.
Only thing is, before I put the top section on, I've got to spray all this section first.
Right, well, remember, let's do a giveaway.
Away now.
So we're going to give away a £20 UMP gift voucher. All you got to do to win is when you prompt in the chat by John and pick one number from 1 to 1,000. Remember, one number. We give it 5 minutes and we'll do a random number generator, and the closest person to the number wins the £20 UMP voucher to spend on our website. It's as simple as that.
I'll just
Goody.
No worries, mate. So remember, guys and girls, one number between 1 and 1,000. When you're ready, boys.
I'm ready, John.
When you're ready, Norm.
And begin your numbers in 3, 2, 1. Start numbers.
Ding dong.
Ding.
Ding dang dong.
Stu Potts just turned up, says, "Hi all, sorry, late on parade."
Stu.
Evening, Stu.
Hello.
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 Better.
Watching Dad's Army today. John Lemaitre. Oh man, he was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Oh, hello.
Hang on, Sam, did you watch Lethal Weapon 4 the other night?
Yeah.
Oh,
I watched the first one today.
I watched second one on.
With the C-50 kin.
Yeah. I was more thinking about Uncle Benny.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah, move on. Don't even start that.
4 minutes, folks. You got 4 minutes.
Martin Rutker is asking maybe a wild question, but does anyone do a wooden deck for Hobby Boss's 350th Arizona?
Yes.
Yes.
Pontos.
There'll be loads of different.
Yeah.
Search for Pontos.
They're a bit expensive to Pontus, but they're what's the other brand that do them out there now? You can usually get them in the UK.
The model ship, right?
There's an American company that do loads.
Oh, stupid. Just turn up, you put 2 numbers in.
Excellent.
Could I say it any more times? Just put one number in.
So the Hobby Boss Arizona is got, wasn't it?
3 minutes, folks. You got 3 minutes.
No idea, Tim. Wasn't paying attention.
John,
Yes.
that Hobby Boss Arizona, he said, yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. No, no, actually list any decks for it.
See, let's do one.
Yes, Arizona 1941. Yeah. Now, why doesn't it link it with that kit? That's strange. Yeah. So that's it. Artworks Models. Yeah. Do a deck, and they do the deck for that one. That's probably going to be the easiest one to get available in the UK. They're not usually too expensive. Pontos can be a bit pricey.
2 minutes, folks. You got 2 minutes.
Go on scale, mate. Put in Arizona one and put 1/350th. Scroll down. You'll see the deck down there for it.
Or if not, look at scaledex.com. They do a lot.
There's loads of stuff you can get for it.
Our ships are just ridiculous, aren't they? The PE sets that you can get.
There's so much 3D printed stuff as well now for them.
Like they look amazing when they're done.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal, don't they? But I just wouldn't have the patience or motivation, I don't think.
Digital dexterity.
1 minute, folks. You have 1 minute.
Little railings at 1/700. No. No.
Oh, no.
Imagine me trying to do those.
I still got a big Macaster upstairs as well.
You might have to order direct from Pontos.
Trumpeters now seem to be doing stuff with Pontos. You might be able to start getting hold of it through them. Yeah, so Pontos are expensive, and you usually got to get them straight out of Korea, or you wait till Telford and you can get them from there direct at Telford. Usually that was there.
And also, you'd be doing well to get Ivan to send you the link from this chat. Ivan's not here.
No.
How's Ivan?
Martin's asking, he says, could you send the link, Ivan?
Yeah, we go in 3, 2, 1. Stop your numbers.
I can send you a link to Ivan.
Am I sharing?
Go on.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to click this once, and that'll be the winning number. Ignore the 4 that was already there. We put 1,000 in. So, as always, if 2 people pick the same number, the first person that picked it wins. If you think you know one, please don't shout out in the chat. These guys will check it.
Yep.
I want to know the winner. John will announce it. My chat's really delayed tonight as well. There we go. It's caught up. Right. Okay. Oh, hang on. Zoom back in. Still sharing, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
The winning number for the £20 UMP voucher is 775.
Nice.
775.
There we go.
So, quick question.
Yep.
The QRA Phantoms, sort of early 90s, I'm guessing that they were kept pretty clean.
Not necessarily. They were working tombs. I mean, yeah. You know, they all got a wash every now and then.
But they weren't like massively weathered, were they? Because they were UK based.
Not necessarily, because you had the German squadrons. Yeah.
So the Wattisham squadron were,
Yeah.
from the pictures I've seen, that their airframe looks pretty clean.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got the leaks and the hydraulics and all that sort of stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
the actual airframe itself wasn't massively dirty, was it?
No, I don't. No, not really.
Martin meant Tim, not Ivan.
Ah, easy mistake.
Yeah, very easy.
Yeah.
Always get mistaken like
Very similar looking.
Move on.
Daryl's asking if anyone's seen Trumpeter's 200th Titanic. Yeah, it's Titanic. It's huge.
It's big.
It's just a big external kit of the Titanic. I know it's cool. It's like, yeah, there's not exactly much to it. It was.
There's not, apparently, not a lot of interior detail.
There's none.
They've released like a figure set where you can have figures on the deck, and even dogs. They've released dogs, like the dogs of the ladies on the ship, and but there's not.
Lady dogs.
Yeah,
Lady dogs.
Lady dogs. All right, cool. Didn't think it was that sort of ship.
but
Someone like that does need the full interior job on it, doesn't it? You know,
It is sort of like
the passengers.
Staircase is quite one of those bits from from the ship and stuff like that. It'd be good to take it apart and have certain areas in there, maybe, but it hasn't got anything. It's just a big external pump. And the LED lighting kit is just a load of that cheap LED strip stuff that you've got to make yourself.
I think if you, I mean, it will sell, won't it? It will sell.
Oh yeah,
because it's Titanic. But I think if I was ever going to contemplate building the Titanic, I'd do it as a wreck on the surface, quite small scale, with like the remote control sub.
Oh yeah.
Thing with the cameras and the lights, and
yeah,
that's how I would do it. But apparently for the trumpeter kit, you can even get like the Kate Winslet figure, and I'm like, I didn't even like her in the film. I'm not going to go on.
It was modeled on me, mate. It was.
Well, I watched the film for educational purposes, but that was about it.
Oh, I'm sure you did, Sam. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice pillows on the Titanic.
Oh, that was a low one, Luke. That was low.
Was that a Model T4 that had in storage, was it?
Fair point.
Michael saying before there was the GMM and a Tom's Model Works for PE for the 1350 of Arizona. Apparently Edward do one as well.
Oh, there's loads of photos for it. It's just
There'll be loads. There'll be loads of stuff.
Caleb's asking, what oil paints do you all recommend for doing dot filters? Winsor & Newton seems like the go-to.
No, don't.
No.
Already add to lung, really.
Yeah, don't use the Winsor & Newtons. Unless you go for the really high-end ones. The low-end stuff's really very good, and it's just got lots of oil. Go either buy 502 or the real high-end Winsor & Newtons.
Yeah, the high-end Winsor & Newtons are going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, they're really expensive, but they're better than the 502s, but they're very big.
They're really good. So either Absalung, or if you just do a general dot filter, then the new MIG oil brushes are really good.
Yeah, good choice.
They're a reasonable price. If you're going Winsor & Newton, you're going to have to pay a lot of money to get the range of colours you need to do an oil dot filter. So, Absalung, or get the oil brusher from
those 502 last you the whole of your modelling life.
Yeah. I mean, the 502s and the oil brushers are about the same price, round about the same price.
Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously, the amount you get in the tube of 502s is just
it's phenomenal. Like you say, it will last you your whole modeling life.
I still have some. That's like 6-7 years ago.
So we've come to a consensus on the winner of the £20 UMP voucher.
Oh yeah.
Number drawn was 775, and the closest with 777 was the Rahala.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, well done, buddy.
If you email me on the email address in the link in the description of the video, ismprize@gmail.com, with the email address to use for UMP, if you've got one. If not, register it, and I'll sort you out that voucher for the week. Well done.
Well done.
And there's a certain 8-foot Iceman says, "What's up, you scallywags?"
Oh, Jermaine.
Hey,
Do you know what? I'm thinking about you, mate. I'm thinking, I wonder how he is. So it's really nice to hear from you. Hope you're well.
Daryl's saying, "Is there an aftermarket iceberg?" Spriggley's saying, "Bicycle on the deck. Does this mean Paul will do a build video of the Titanic?"
Nope.
Can I just add something? I've said it before. There was nothing wrong with that ship when it left Belfast.
No, it was.
There were a couple of dead.
No, there was nothing wrong with it. It was true.
It was on fire when it left. You like it on fire.
Where have we heard that before? There was nothing wrong with that vessel when it left Belfast.
Yeah.
Don't you start.
Was it 2 or 3 of the riveters ended up stuck inside the hull?
Yeah, there were a couple. I know that. Our local museum has a lot of artifacts taken from the Titanic.
Al, do you want to do your questions for the crew?
Can do, yeah.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Okay.
Have you heard that a few countries a few countries are actually saying that they want to now strip the Titanic of everything that's there actually gone because it's now starting to corrode away quite a quick rate.
What a massive undertaking to put that, technology and personnel to do that. It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. How much do they actually start taking? Are they just going to pick and choose, or are they literally going to go in there and try and take everything out that they do?
The whole lot and then sift it afterwards.
Yeah, probably take the whole lot.
So there's also the thing of, is it classed now as a maritime graveyard?
This is the and no, it's a graveyard. Problem is, there's so many people have now gone down and taken stuff out that it's sort of getting past that point now where it's already been looted a lot. So
yeah, it's free for all.
Looted, I suppose, is the wrong word, but it's had a lot of stuff moved.
So Dan Blair's asking if you can get the Model T with the steamed up windows. Just spray a bit of flat coat on them.
Yeah, bit of flat coat for a distance. Job done.
Yeah.
Right, I was going to do questions for the crew now.
I'm going to start right now, and the first question is from Justin Hart, and it's, what's the worst mistake you've fixed, and how did you fix it?
That's the egg streak across the bottom. That's super of the week. That's a good one. About an inch long, and I had to polish it all out, but I did it.
You did?
Yeah.
We all watched.
About 2 years ago, 3 years ago, probably, I built the Raval 48 scale Apache.
Yeah, well, that's a big enough mistake to start with.
Yeah. But once I built it and put the base coat down, I then forgot to clear coat it before I put the initial UMP algae wash on it. and it looked so bad. It's like ridiculous. With like this light green, pale green color. But the way I fixed it, and actually it turned out as what we call like a happy mistake. So the way I fixed it is I used the UMP buffer and I kind of sanded the wash off into the panels and everything else. And actually, once I'd done it, it looked like a really well-weathered Apache on operations. So that's how I fixed it. I just sanded that wash off, which was, yeah. I was worried when it first dried. I was like, oh, that's it, it's done. But actually, it turned out okay. So that's how I fixed it. UMP buffer.
Most of mine out the window.
I fixed. I got given a kit which was part built, and when I received it, it looked like it had been. I think it had an enamel gloss coat put on, and then while it was drying, had a lot of debris and dirt fall on it, so it was completely rough surface. So I ended up buffing out the whole thing with a grey sponge and then a green buffer, and got it back to a nice condition. Then that's the only one I was fixed.
Yeah. Usually it's hammer time. Probably, and Sam will remember this one. Revell Ferrari 250 GTO.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The times I resprayed that bloody thing because I burned through the paint when I was sanding it out or polishing it.
You stripped that about 4 times, do you remember?
Yeah, I ain't going to forget that in a hurry. It turned out okay in the end, but, you know.
Well,
it
as
shouldn't
I say,
have taken me a month to paint the car body.
Yeah. There's a lot of work to it, though. I usually don't go back and try and fix some mistakes. I just lose the rag. It either gets thrown about the room or thrown out the window.
I was going to say it goes out the window, doesn't it, son?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad temper. Followed by a verbal abuse.
No.
My worst mistake is still in the box. And I've yet to fix it, so watch this space. But I do have this toolkit here, which is really, really handy. Just shall listen out and
I had to look down the corner of my eye. What's this?
A lighting implement. So works well.
Use a couple of sticks.
No, this is quicker.
I still can't believe you set fire to that Bronco.
I set fire to the Bronco.
Like, you did a really good job on that, dude.
Yeah.
You should have burned it.
1 minute you saw it, and next
Yeah,
minute.
it is worth it just to see how upset some people got.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't set fire too much.
My general solution, as Michael Mitchell pointed out, is there is always a claw hammer within close reach.
Yeah. Although it's now the go-to modelling tool, John.
Yeah. This is one tool I can guarantee I can find anytime I need it.
I think the thing is, we all do this as a way of relaxing, shall we say. Now, some kits will test your patience, and they will perhaps not be as relaxed as you thought they should be. But if it gets to the point where you're literally fighting that kit all the way, then set fire to it, hit it with a hammer, throw it out the window, move on, you know, and then start a new one. Because why are you winding yourself up to try and fix something that you're never really going to fix to a standard that you're going to be happy with?
Yep.
So, yeah, throw it out the window, set fire to it, hit it with the hammer, whatever.
Wise words from the bearded one.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody done?
Oh, poorly.
Oh,
If everybody's done, we'll move on to the next question from John Stone. He's talking paint. So when we've painted a model, let's say in 3 different colours, like an armoured pattern, camo, etc., what's the best way to make the colours blend into each other, then dull the paint? And he thanks us for our help and model on.
No idea. I don't
Talking about not having the hard edge camo. Is that what he's on about? I do it for
some subjects call for hard edge camo.
Yeah.
So I would say that to our eye in scale is very different to what the real vehicle would look like anyway. So if you're doing a hard edge, so the one that springs to mind is like NATO camo.
Yeah.
So the Americans, the British, the Canadians, they all had Type 1 NATO camouflage scheme. Black, green, and brown. So once you mask off and you spray that on, it looks very stark. It can look really, really stark, and it doesn't look natural. But actually, then once you put your first clear coat on it, that kind of intensifies it, so it looks even more stark. But then you start your weathering process then. So you do your panel line wash, you're applying some oils to it, and then everything else that goes, and then you're going to seal that with another gloss coat, and then you're going to apply your next weathering stage and all that. The more stages you go through, it will naturally dull down that starkness. What's really, really good is the Winsor & Newton transparent.
Transparent white.
It's not white, but it's transparent. So if you apply that around the edges of the camouflage, it almost acts like a filter, and it will naturally blend each color into the other one, which gives it that more natural appearance that you would see on a real vehicle. And then obviously you're going to do your post shading and your post highlighting and everything else that kind of gives it that look. So I would highly recommend, in answer to that question, the Winsor & Newton transparent. There's lots of filters out there, but unless you really know what you're doing, filters can be really, really tricky.
Yeah.
The Winsor & Newton stuff, the transparent white, is very forgiving. And if you get it wrong, you can take it off really easy. With a little bit of Sansador, take it off, start again. It works really well. That would be my advice.
Pretty much what I'd do. Or, I mean, if you're going to weather it and it's going to be dusty, a highly thin coat of Tamiya buff over the top. It's the same kind of effect where you're getting sort of a filter, but you're getting a dust effect, and it also ties everything together.
I think for me, at the start of mine, I obviously work on aircraft. So if I'm doing a camo to blend it into each other, I mean I use the white tack, the little snakes, roll it down really thin, and lay one color down, then another color on top, firing against that. But then I think it's all down to the weathering and the oils and the blending that way. But that transparent oils are superb.
Yeah.
Is that it for the answers there?
Yeah. I think so.
Happy?
I'm new to painting, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, no probs. Okay, the last question, in actual fact, is from Daryl Masters on effects. How would you go about making a model in any genre look like it's just been out in the rain 20 minutes ago without actually leaving it out in the rain, of course?
That's pretty hard without just virtually glossing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think making it look damp is actually one of the hardest things to. All you can try and do is like apply gloss streaking over a matte surface. If it's like on a tank, they can show the rain running down it. Maybe it might be a way, and then they get a man holding an umbrella next to it. They're trying to explain the effect.
Yeah, I think to achieve that look on a standalone model is very, very difficult. If you're putting that model on some sort of base or some sort of vignette or diorama, you can create the illusion of rain with what's around it. But to actually have a standalone model that is in the rain is very, very difficult.
Yeah,
the only way you can do that is with.
It's going to look patchy, isn't it?
Because someone looking at that model, if it's a standalone model, and you've done the enamel gloss streaks and you've done all that, it doesn't really tie into anything. It doesn't really tie into a base that's perhaps got some puddles or some wet ground, or it's very, very difficult to achieve, I think.
It's sort of, sorry, go on.
You know, unless you're placing that model on some sort of base that can create the illusion of rain, some wet patches, some puddles, And like Tim said, the only way you're going to do that with a standalone model is put a figure next to it with an umbrella up. That is the only way you're going to create that illusion in the mind that it's been rained on.
I think
it's a plane, have the cockpit open, but have a guy with an umbrella holding it over the cockpit.
It's a bit like winter camos and stuff like that. Like you can do a winter wash on a tank, but it doesn't actually make it look very wintry. Like you get the whitewash effect when you see them on a bio next to a figure that looks cold around ground that's frozen. That gives you the feeling of that gives you the feeling of being cold more than what the actual armor is. You
winter wash a piece of armor, all it looks like is a white piece of armor. You put it, like you say, next to a figure in a big coat that looks cold, and maybe you put it on a little base with some snow effect, then it ties in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, all you've actually got is a green piece of armor that looks a bit white. It's very difficult to achieve that.
You get that.
Achieve that illusion, you know.
You can do whitewash and you can do the effect, but if you want that cold winter feeling, you need to set a scene.
Yeah,
more than it's like showing a hand of snow, going it's winter. No. That is looks like a hand holding snow. It's like it's the whole area that makes you feel like it's winter. That it's. I think you're gonna find your job hard to try and have a wet effect on a single vehicle, whether it plane or tank.
You just can't really do it as a standalone model.
It's hard.
There needs to be some context to what it is.
I mean, thinking on about the likes of cars or something that's been left out in the rain. You know, if one's just been washed and waxed and whatever. You got all the beading on it. But to try and do that, to try and actually put beading on a car of any scale, to get the right scale effect, is going to be nigh impossible.
Yep. You'd be better off trying to make
the guys that do like the barn find dioramas, the well rusted and well weathered cars coming out of the barn, and that is a skill all by itself. To make that look natural, to make that weathering look natural, but they don't generally do them as standalone models. There's always some sort of context behind it. There's like a little wooden frame around it, or there's something to tie it in.
It helps with the story. It tells the story of what's happening with that model.
Yeah, and that's the key, that you're creating that illusion in someone's mind when they're looking at that kit. But to make a model look wet on its own, I think it's a big ask.
Maybe brush paint with a very fine brush, some gloss in streaks down the sides to make it look like rain running down.
Maybe. Or you could even use some of the aftermarket stuff, like potentially you could use like the AK Stillwater. So for example, if it's a tank around the turret, you could potentially pull some water around the turret where it's raining off. But it's a big ask. I think you're going to really struggle to make it look natural.
Yeah.
There was a guy who I read in a magazine once, and he said that if you can make water look natural on a diorama, you've pretty much done it all. And that's what he said.
I did that. I built 2 years ago that Huey, downed Huey diorama, and that looked okay. But I still wasn't happy with it because I don't think I tied the actual Huey fuselage into the environment. I don't think it was quite there.
Looked all right to me.
The water itself in the swamp and stuff looked okay, but actually tying that model into the water and everything else was it's tricky. It's really difficult.
You see these ships or submarines, and they're just coming out of the water in the bow waves. Superb.
Yeah.
That is superb work.
Yeah, but
It's
I think
a skill all by itself.
I think because there's a big volume of water there, it's slightly easier in a dio situation to do that, but to create small water is definitely
on a standalone model is very cool.
Yeah, as you say, even on a car, as if it's been raining, to get the scale of the drops right, it's way beyond.
Potentially, you could use clear epoxy to create, if you want to go that far, to create raindrops, but you've got to be good at it. Otherwise, it's just going to look ridiculous, isn't it? You've got to be really good at it. Buy a paint mule would be my advice. Get a paint mule, paint it, and then practice techniques on certain panels or
one of my standing pieces of advice is everyone should have at least one paint mule.
Yeah,
and just try it. Try different techniques. Try different approaches to it, and see if you can achieve what it is you're looking to achieve on your standing.
Well, your skills as well as you're trying it,
Yeah. I think all of us, haven't we, have got a paint mule?
Oh, several.
No, not anymore.
No, I haven't.
I've got spoons.
Yeah, Paul has paint spoons now.
Paint spoons.
Yeah, spoons.
Lots of them.
But before you put in anything on your model, try it first.
couple of old Airfix kits I got kicking about up here that I use as paint mules. On the opposite end, but same kind of thing, Caleb's saying I find it quite hard to do a good dusty effect. I can do muddy or grimy, but dustiness eludes me.
Yeah.
For that, I generally airbrush.
See, dust is the problem. You can either look like you've just took a pot of pigments and went like that over the model, which looks like you've just chucked a load of pigments on it, which is really difficult to get that bit of balance between dusty and just a load of pigment. I've always found that really hard.
The way I tend to do it is I'll airbrush some enamel wash on or Tamiya buff.
Yeah.
Just a light, just to get the dusty look, and maybe build it up in different areas.
I mean, it depends on what kind of dust you're trying to create. Because so the majority of the armor builds I do are desert vehicles. So the way I do it, like John said, is a really, really thin coat of Tamiya buff first, sprayed through the airbrush all over the model. Then use pigments, but I use, what is it, an Italieri size 10 brush, which is really big,
really soft
brush.
And then you literally wipe it all over the model, leave that for an hour or so, and see where that pigment is settling. And then obviously on the top of the turret of a tank, you're not going to get as much dust as you are on the side skirts. So then you go in then, and all you need is water, and on a cotton bud, just kind of manipulate it a little bit. And it takes a while. But then once that's done, then flat coat it. So you're sealing what you've done. Then go back in with your pigments then. And create that.
Take up areas where the crew would be moving around, they'd naturally
and where you would naturally accumulate dust. So on the front of the vehicle, there's going to be a lot of dust.
Lots of cracks and crannies.
Top of the vehicle is going to be less. And I don't know. I think it all comes. I mean, I think back to probably 4 years ago where I built the Cougar, and I tried to create dust effects on that. Didn't really get it right. And it's all about that learning, isn't it? You kind of learn how to do stuff as you do it. If I built that again, the dust effects will probably be better because I've spent 4 years doing dust effects. So it is what it is.
Well, not having done it before, I think what I would do is I'd put the model out in the rain and then take a photograph of it immediately and then say,
and then set
like 20 minutes after the rain. Then set fire to it. Yeah, once it dries, of course. Yeah. Well, that's it for the questions, everybody. Unless any of the crew have got any.
No.
Right, that's it then.
Okay, so we're pretty much up with the chat. We've got a couple. We've got, Andrea Giordano. Hi guys, just so busy lately. I've missed several Friday night shows. Hope you all had a good noozling time so far. He's the one who's brought up noozle instead of nozzle.
Superb.
Daniel Blair says, all I do is take my shirt off and all the models standing around instantly say they are wet.
Oh,
covered in sick, probably.
Yeah.
No.
Sprugler is asking if UMP are going to do 3D printed spoons.
Sporks.
Sporks for the future.
Folks are the future.
The way ahead.
And Michael Mitchell says, don't paint mules, they hate it.
Couldn't find a mule. I just got a donkey instead.
Yeah. Don't dye your dogs either.
Oh, I forgot about dog.
And there we are. All catchified up.
Cool.
Nice.
Everyone doing?
Who?
All right.
Is he there?
Some weird whisper going on.
Tim's either deeply engrossed or fallen asleep. Oh, no, he's awake.
No, I watch some rubbish. Sorting out some parts of paint.
How awkward is that when you block somebody and yet they're asking, can they share your post about their decals and they've got me blocked?
No.
Huh?
You just say no. No, you can't.
Too late. You already did, even without me saying yes.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't mind. Don't care.
Back on the subject.
Don't have me blocked. Like, I'll be right to reply to the other day.
Yeah. Back on the paint. Don't paint mules. Paint your ass instead.
Aha.
Kev, nice thermal wimple tonight. Al, it must be chilly in the cave.
What, sorry?
Oh, no.
He says you got a nice thermal wimple on.
He looks like Where's Wally's brother.
A thermal wimple. Just not as tall.
He's there.
Middle square? Well, he's on high screen.
Where's Wally the Advanced Edition?
The Jock Edition. Arr.
How long's that camera been on me on the screen? Because it should be following around. That's been roving nicely. Random. We should be on grid pattern.
It has been roaming around.
Yeah. Didn't see it.
God damn it. You're attractive when you're concentrating, Dan.
Oh,
At one point, I thought there were super glue in my eye.
Well, here, do you know what I did during the week? I was getting rid of a little pot thing with super glue. I put my finger on it, and then I went like this, Dan. I went like that.
Not a good, it's not a good thing to do, is it? I've just rubbed my eye and I thought, I've just stuck my eyeballs together.
yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I managed to stick a cocktail stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that before, yep. Didn't want to admit it, but I've done it.
Paul's there, Andrea. He's doing some modelling at the moment.
Yeah, I'm still there.
There he is, waving.
Trying to chill out.
The phone is again, yeah. Oh, we have a question. Which is your most treasured kit that you plan to build but probably never will? I don't have any plan to build.
I plan to build all mine.
Yeah.
I do plan to do all of them, but I know won't is the 48 scale CH53 Stallion.
Yeah, that's going to be a big lump.
Probably the H2R that the guys bought me for my birthday, but I'm going to build it. And I'm going to build it this year.
Oh.
All being well, if I get time after the Bambino comes. So I know I'm not pregnant.
I've got so many, I can't think.
That's true.
Not necessarily treasured, but one I may not get round to building. And I've probably got it for exactly the same reason I got it off of Tim. And that's the 132 Special Hobby X15.
Wow.
Which has got all the resin and stuff.
And you're not going to build it, Sharpie?
I worry, but Mojo hasn't exactly been high of late, so I've been more picking kits that I really want to build. But obviously, the most treasured kit I have is the Trumpeter T72 that Mary got me for Christmas.
Ah, go on, you crawler.
No, it's soppy as.
Hell,
Yeah.
Not soppy, making sure I don't get in trouble in case she's listening.
I know which one it is. The Trumpeter 132 English Electric Lightning.
Nice.
Jeez, that's going to be a lump.
I won't actually build it because it was the last model I got from my best mate before he died.
no.
Oh,
So it's like a sort of
Yeah.
a treasured sort of,
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Caleb. He says these live shows always make my Fridays.
Well, happy days.
hey.
Glad you like them, mate. It's good to have everyone taking part.
We enjoy it as well. I look forward to your Friday.
Don't we all?
I enjoy it here every day anyway, so it's not much.
I said no.
The rate is pretty much Friday and Sunday, the only days I know which day it is.
Yeah.
That's true. They blend into one, man. They really do. Yeah, I talk to these boys more than I talk to my wife.
as I say, I've not had any grandkids this week, and it's been sort of a miss, but it's been damn good at the same time.
Yeah. Prolific.
They're on holiday all next week, aren't they?
Oh, they're off. That's right. Mid half term or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Jeez, wish I was back at school.
and what's it, another 6 weeks after that till Easter or something?
Yeah,
You gods.
I got a couple of eggs, Easter eggs. The caramel or just the ordinary ones come in a box of 5. So I bought 2 boxes, put them in the kitchen, the cupboard, went back, only 1 left. There's only 3 of us living in the house at the minute, so
Dudley.
oh no. Rachel and Heather, they'd probably devoured them. Hoover everything else up, so it makes no odds.
We were saying, is Tim modelling tonight or working on his manifesto?
Yeah. It's work.
Manifesto.
You got anything nice in the garage, Tim, at the minute?
I've got loads of nice stuff in there, dude.
Yeah.
You've always got stuff, yeah. We got an old Fiat Dino.
Oh, sweet.
It's quite cool. Don't see many of them around. We got a DB5 we've still got to finish building. We got a 1-year-old RS5 in at the moment. We just put a Miltech exhaust on that. That's quite nice. We got those CSK 2-door Range Rovers.
They're rare.
Cool ones. Yeah, no, they're nice though. I like them.
Your company does full restorations, don't they, Tim?
Yeah,
How long does it normally take?
long. We're doing a DB2 at the moment. Well, the guys over the other side, they've been doing a DB2. They must have been doing that for. They'll be coming up a year. They'll probably be doing that. They do it on and off. They'll do so much and then they'll take a break and do something else and wait for customers to pay for stuff like that. Unfortunately, yeah, waiting for customers to pay is quite a laborious process.
Long drawn out process.
Yeah.
I should know.
Where's my pliers? Oh, I had this.
Well, I never ask for my pliers. It's usually worse.
Do you not usually have to go towards the plier end of the situation then?
No, usually when
Usually
the
just the
door
verbal.
starts, you know, it's sort of panic time. You know.
Where's it all gone?
So Tim, if customer wise,
Cameras off.
a specific thing doing, do they have to pay up front for that, or do you do it and then they look at it and
start going, look.
So
pay stages, it means.
If I bring a car into you and I say, right, I want this doing,
yeah,
do they have to pay up front for that, or do you do it?
For getting work done. Depends what it is. Usually, you've got to put some sort of deposit down to pay for materials to get work done.
I was going
that area.
Otherwise, the company would be massively out of pocket, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You've got to take some money from them. The problem is you try and sort of break it down so it's not a massive build in one go, but it still ends up being hard for some people to pay up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much for a cost for them. Oh, okay. Don't have that.
Oh. Ow. Oh.
Right, is everyone's cameras off at the moment?
Mine's off,
Or is
mate,
it-
yeah.
No,
Mine's on.
Oh, mine's on, I think.
Yeah, we could do them on if you can.
I'm doing something very bad, so my camera's off.
Oh,
I thought it was just my connection was playing up when I was.
No, I was talking to Heather, so that's why I was manipulated.
I was doing something fine.
want to do your bit, Tim?
Yeah.
Enthusiasm.
Well, right.
Oh, okay.
Literally, I literally was just about to start trying to spray something.
Right?
I was just about to start spraying something.
Wow.
This away.
Where were we? Dave Williamson asking, anyone got any tips for putting dents in a kit of a 2CV?
Throw it down the stairs right the window.
Hammer.
In the bin.
Get far to it.
A
Paul can tell you because that's his favourite.
A Dremel, bit of heat.
Yeah, heat it up with a lighter and then manipulate the panel.
Dental blur and a drill.
Yeah.
Andrea is asking, do you think a guy who's turned anti-militarist and pacifist in his life might go back to modern war aircraft as he used to when he was a kid?
What?
Yeah.
So basically, if you become pacifist and stop building military vehicles, do you think later in life you would go back to it?
Deck chair.
You're a weirdo and you're what? I'm joking.
I have my own view on pacifists that is not for sharing here.
Yep.
Oh, what? Luke, you're so good at not sitting on the fence.
Good.
Is it
But yeah,
a bit like the China solution?
go for a walk. Find yourself.
Always one night.
Find
Yeah.
yourself.
That's it.
Have a chat with yourself, yeah?
Right, so Tim's going to have a look for all the latest kits.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hurry up.
I've got to tidy this up first. Hang on. Oh, come on, you. Right on this.
Caleb, I think I might have done a review of the Mini Arc T44 at one point. If not, it's not too dissimilar to the T54 kit.
You have.
You'll enjoy it. Well, you might not, but if you're not the difficulty level, they go together well. You just got to be spot
So-
on.
Patient.
Yeah. Caleb he's fairly new to armor, I think, from the posts I've seen. So he's built a lot of Tamiya armor.
Tamiya and Trumpeter. So
Yeah. So honestly, if you like your armor, you will love a mini art kit because it's going to challenge you and it's going to give you a whole world of detail and everything else. But just take your time with it is the key. There's no rush. Build it as you want to build it, and yeah,
Absolutely right, Rick.
I know I've got several reviews of mini art kits on my channel, but
it steps it up a level for an armor builder. Go from your standard kits to a mini art kit. Yeah. Steps it up a little bit.
yeah, so this one is as their top line armor kits, as it were, go. This one's a fairly simple one. So you pick because it's got.
Well, you got 1,100 parts ish.
No, it's the non-interior one, so it's still got more interior than most interior kits do.
Yeah.
I think it's something like 970 parts spread over 53 sprues.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you put yourself through that?
It's fun.
You see, the thing with me is I wanted to build aircraft, but the thing is, it takes so long. And because I've been doing cars now for about 4 years with Paul and on and off, you can do one in about 8 days. I take my time, do one in about 8 days. Yeah. And any length of time after that, I just lose the plot and the interest.
Well, I think it's that different style of modeling, isn't it?
It is.
So I've been working on this Phantom that you sent me, Sam. Thank you very much.
No problem, mate.
You've ruined my life.
I know, that's why I thought, you know what? Luke will enjoy this.
It's not a quick build.
No.
You've got to really take your time over it. And now I'm onto the decaling. And there's like
even worse.
300 stencils to put on one wing, and it's ridiculous. But it's that different style of modeling.
Totally, yeah.
And everyone gets something from what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So for some people, an armor kit would be frustrating because they've got to do the tracks, they've got to weather it, they've got to chip it, they've got to whatever it is. As long as you're building what you want to build, then who cares?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a car. So yeah, cars are quick builds, according to you and Paul.
Yeah.
If I picked up a car kit, that's going to take me a long time.
It'd be the same if I picked up a kit that you built,
Because I'm not used to building them. And I can't hide my mistakes with the car kit.
Yeah.
It's got to be perfect, hasn't it? That body shell has got to be perfect.
Mm.
I can't weather it. Well, potentially a rally car you could, but so it's horses for courses.
Yes, yeah. There's some aspects of the hobby that if you make a mistake, such as like a tank or an armored vehicle, you can just weather over it.
Absolutely.
If you get a glue mark, you can hide it.
Yeah, put a back
on an aircraft or a car.
But that's what's so great about the hobby. There's so many genres you can step into. You're never ever going to get bored.
No.
Ever.
No.
If you started off with armor or aircraft, or you can build a car, you can build a sci-fi model, there's so many areas that you can step into.
Yeah.
And that's what makes
building skills are all the same. It's just
you learn things from building different genres. So I built that Tom Supra about 2 years ago, and the decals on that, I was scared to death before I put the decals on was like, I am going to get this so wrong. I've not built a car since. However, what it taught me was how to decal properly.
Yeah. You do learn from everything you do, though.
So you learn from every different genre, and hopefully at the end of it, whatever you're building at the time, you produce something fairly decent, you know?
Yeah.
Like we were saying earlier, the reason I'm not a fan of Tamiya kits, I find they just
put together in a few hours. Yeah, but what you will learn with the Tamiya kit is how to paint an armor kit, how to weather an armor kit, how to so everyone gets something from that.
Yeah.
The build process is simple. You know, you can throw it together in a few hours. Yep. Sharpie generally throws it together in a few hours, paints it, weathers it, and the next day it's done.
Yep.
but you learn those techniques, and I've got 2 paint rules. I can't get to them now. I've got an old Airfix 72nd scale Lancaster that I just test paint on, and I've got an old Tamiya T55 tank that I don't practice paint on, but what I do practice on it is weathering.
I mean, there's my paint mules.
You know, see if what I think is going to look good actually does or not. Before you commit to your actual model.
I think that's got to be the world's only silver, candy blue, and candy gold Spitfire.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was playing out with different paints, so you try it out on something that doesn't matter.
Did you see that thing on TV about the Spitfire? Well, what do you call them? Kits where you buy a weekly.
Yeah, D'Agostino.
Yeah,
massive, isn't it?
120 issues at £9 an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's the size of it, though. My God.
Yeah. Where are you going to put it?
Right, is my screen sharing now? Yes.
Didn't need me.
My gosh, was that a pain in the Oh man! Because I downloaded the app, it kept on opening this in the app, and then it wouldn't give me the window to share. And it wouldn't even give me in the options. I don't know why it's gone. Anyway, enough of that. There we go. Right, let's settle down now. So I'm going to be putting these up on my YouTube page, so you can go back if you want to at any point and watch them. I'm going to leave them on there as public. Okay. So this is tonight's one. People will be like, "You changed." I got better. See, didn't say a rude word. We've had loads coming up over the last couple of weeks because we had the show in
Nuremberg.
Got out my brain. Nuremberg, thank you very much. We had the Nuremberg Toy Show, which I really do want to try and get down to, and it's huge, and it's pretty much where most manufacturers released a lot of their new stuff that's going to be coming up over the next year, maybe even 2 years, depending on how these companies' times go. So Revel come out and said, "Yep, we're doing the 148th brand new tooling of the Blackbird. We're going to be getting that in 2021."
140 years.
148.
Maybe huge.
Yeah, it'll be huge, but oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, do you know what? I don't actually remember seeing. I'm saying it's 148th, and I think it was, but actually, I can't remember actually seeing scale now.
Because that's going to be huge.
Well, remember they did the B1 in 148th, and they do like doing their really big, massive size kits, don't they? It's just what they like doing.
Yeah.
So It will look so good. Look, it's painting black is another one of those things. That's really difficult. Painting something black, you don't paint it black.
Don't paint it black.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't paint it black. Or you paint the smallest areas black. The rest of it's great. But yeah, beautiful looking plane. Amazing. Yeah.
An amazing bit of engineering, wasn't it?
Yeah. Talking of massive things,
Oh,
that massive big bucket thing I started building and going, oh my gosh, there's a reason I stopped building it. It's just enormous. It looked well over a meter long. Well over a meter long it ends up at. But it's going to be back out there to buy. So if you do like those really crazy kits, then that's well and truly up your alley. That one.
That might be fun.
It's enjoy if you don't worry about all of the sink marks, all of the misaligning molds, and the size of it. It's a brilliant kit. Not much.
Forget about all the problems. It's a great.
Forget all the problems. Just enjoy it. Yeah. A few things that are now announced from Meng. You've got the M4A3E2, which is the jumbo. You've got the C-17 Globemaster and Eggplane. And I must say, this one's really nice. Men Victory Kiss. I really like box art. That is very nice box art.
That's cool.
Very period type picture. Very cool. Like that one. A mixed mash here of loads of stuff coming out. I was realizing the video is still rendering. That's why it's taking so long for the pictures to be decent. We've got Mini Art SLA Heavy APC 50 based on a T54 with interior. You've got a 172 Chieftain Mark 10 and a Chieftain Mark 11 in one box. Soul Model have done a German Panther Dozer detail set. So you get the Dozer blade and the removal of the gun. You get something different. Tacom's Blitz have got the Porsche production type of the Jag Tiger. You've got Copper State Models doing the Italian armored car 1ZM and then the Minerva armored car, which looks a really weird looking.
Yeah,
on
a cheaper, cool looking vehicle.
On the stuff out there to buy, the ICM Anzac Desert Patrol boxing is out now. You get a Model T utility touring car model. You get a couple of different kits in there and some figures. Veterans model, £38, €46, $50 on that one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
On stuff announced, Isracast are going to be doing a DO28, which is a quite interesting looking little plane.
Nice.
Yeah. Bit something different. I don't think anyone else has ever done this kit, so I think it's going to be all their own. Because usually they like taking base kits and then adding their stuff to it, but this looks like another one.
Right.
And the box art for the 148th Hind is out as well.
Beautiful looking thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Monster.
Lovely.
Edwards are doing a 148 Desert Blade, which they say is a GR1. But we couldn't work out how much difference there is between the GR4 Revel. Is it Italian or Revel kit now?
It'd be a GR4 now.
No, it said if you look at their listing, it says it's a GR1. I think.
Didn't we look at this the other night, Norman? It's the Italy kit Reeboks.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's it. It's Italieri's GR4 kit.
I've got that in this stash.
Yeah,
this Italeri one, which is the desert one.
Yeah,
and that's the GR4.
I'm pretty sure when you go on their thing, it says this is meant to be a GR1. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know whether that's correct or whether the listing's wrong and it's meant to be a GR4. Whether they had GR1 in over there. To
be fair, it doesn't really matter because that will sell.
I'm half tempted with it. I do like these desert schemes. They do look good. Not bad price. Veterans models, £40 posted, €48, $52. Not a bad price either. You got one coming in.
No, it's actually the Revell.
Yeah.
Is it the Revell one?
Yes, the Revell one.
Cool. Yeah, I've got one on order.
All good. All good. Bits coming out from. Well, I'm going to try and read these because now this video is taken.
That looks like trumpeter to me.
Yeah, it's trumpeters and try and work it. This is a flak on a panther, which is the extra big. Right, hang on. Backside. Oh, there we go. There goes the video going wherever it wants to go. So you've got a different type of SAM system down the bottom there. You've got a. I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Is that a bloodhound?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
On that one.
No. It says it's. I think it says it's. This is. It should. The pictures are perfectly fine when I've got them on open over here.
That sounds low, mate.
All right. Hang on 2 secs. Hang on.
It looks like a bloodhound.
And I will tell you 2 secs. So it says it is. It's the Russian. No, it's the Russian 5E28 SAM 5 Gammon. Exactly what that one is. The top one is a 8.8 centimeter flak 41 on a Panther chassis. The other top one is the CERN Cub radar, which we've actually got over here and released at the moment, which does look really cool.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the SU-100U tank destroyer, which I think John would like that one.
Very big and very strong.
Yeah, very. Right, so here we've got Samir's R34 little French light tank coming out. Ford Mustang's GT4. Cool. You've got the Valiant Porsche 934 112 scale, which is out there to buy. You've got a new version of the P51, which is now Korean F51D, which is very cool. You've got a brand new KV 135 KV1 from Tamiya, and then you've got a brand new 148 T55 from them as well, which is very cool. And there is the R35 now available. Veterans Balls £28, €34, $37. It's a cool looking little tank. Very French.
It's nice of them to put a bullseye on the front as well.
Yeah, good place. Good place to have
it. Six reverse gears.
Yeah. Oh, Luke. Oh. In the world of John Stone, he'll be happy to see all these. So Trumpton have announced a load more 1/16 scale. Well, 3 more, sorry. You've got a Stug in Ulst G, which is really cool in 1/16. You've got a Panzer 3 in 1/16. And then you've got a brand spanking new Tiger 1 in 1/16 scale, which will be good because the old Hobby Boss one's not very good. So
John
that's going to keep John Stone busy for at least a month building them through with his rate of building.
So, I mean, the Panzer 3 wouldn't be too huge either, would it?
Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you? Trust me.
In comparison to, say, a main battle tank or
but you'd be surprised how big that still is. You know that. I think the Stug would be really quite cool. I really like the idea of the Stug's cool. In 135 scale, they've got the Soviet D-38 tank, which is a cool looking little thing.
Yeah,
very nice. That's from Hobby Boss. I'm just going to change my picture so I can read what the little labels say properly. 2 seconds. So you've got a Jag Panzer 3/4 long E at the top left there. On the other side, you've got the Jackal 1, which is showing. Who knows when that'll be?
They were announcing that last year, weren't they?
That one's been really dragging its heels.
Yeah.
I don't know why though, but hey, strange.
I can't wait for that.
I know you can't. And the other one down the bottom there is an LVKV-90 anti-air vehicle, which I take it's a Swedish vehicle from that look and the designation.
Yeah, it's that stealth tank I've got. It's based on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've got the Polish one, you know?
Yeah, it's based on
is that what that's based on, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's based on that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you just got loads of extra stuff all around it in a different turret. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, they basically put a body kit on it.
Yeah. Flared arches. From Mini Arc, loads of nice stuff coming from them. You've got a Panzer IV with nibbled in the work. I'm not sure really what that means, but I'm sure someone will correct me on that one. A Cargo Tram X Series, a T-34 from Mini Arc with full interior. Can't go wrong with that. Plant 112, spring 1945. Love a T-34. They are such good looking tanks. And then the US armored tractor with angled dozer blade, and you get a driver with it as well.
I really like that tram thing.
The trams are always cool, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a lot in the kits. Spencer's has announced they're going to be doing 135 Sherman.
Because there's not enough of those.
There's not enough Shermans in the world. Das Works got loads of little bits. You've got the Fawn hardtop truck now. You can buy the truck and the trailer as two separate parts. You've got a radar sound. It's like a sound radar type dish idea. They're doing a Tiger 2, which is attack on Reeboks, and then they've got the amusing hobby German Kugelpanzer. Not sure what it really is, but it does look a little bit weird.
Basically a miniature ball tank, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. The other thing from Das Works, which is coming out, is the Ellie and the Wally, which apparently you can do 3 in 1. You can do 3 different versions of this. So it's got the pulse jet that the V1s had, but actually on a fuselage, which then also has the rocket takeoff projectiles sort of pods on the side of them as well.
Yeah, right.
Altogether, a bit like what the
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, they're not going to be very big, though.
No, they're quite dinky. Veterans models, £33, €40, $43 on that.
Cool, though.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
No.
Very, very what ifs and what you build it, how you.
I think there was one existed.
Oh, was it?
Mm.
That Chernobyl radiation monitoring station is out and available. Veterans models, £45, €54, $59.
That should be here on Monday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, look forward to the review.
Oh.
See what we get in the box.
Oh! Look, the pictures are starting to become rendered. Hey, YouTube slowly catching up. Das Works 135 Kessing brand spanking new molds from Das Work, which isn't bad because the only kits out there of that are actually the really old Tamir ones. No one else has actually ever done one except them.
Tiny though, isn't it?
Hey,
it's a tiny little.
It is a dinky little thing. It goes engine and drivetrain, single track links, driver, figure included, and a few different options in there. But you only get one, £22, €26, $29 Veterans models. Yeah, it's a dinky little thing, but if you want a decent quality one, that's good to see that it's actually one going to be out.
Tammy used to do one, didn't they?
Yeah, that's old. That's quite old now, but it's.
I remember they did, I don't know.
Yeah, they did. Model Factory Hero are doing a quite nice old 1929, 1930 Monaco Grand Prix winner, which is very cool.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, nice old car.
That's cool.
Nice
So
shape.
that's going to be what? How much? 200?
112, so that'd be about 500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe a little more. Get a lot in the kit though, a lot of building, a lot of work. Now, Trump were going to be re-releasing this GT40, and then they've decided to change the brand name on it to Magnifier. Can't understand why. But it's exactly the same kit, reboxed. You can get that now. Most companies have had a load of pre-orders from. You can pre-order it at Veterans, £90 posted, €108, $117.
Maybe it's to make the bigger picture a bit more realistic.
Isn't it?
It's exactly the same box art as it was before. They've just changed it to Magnifier, and I don't know why.
Well, look at the bigger picture.
I wonder how much better. I know Dan has been building. How much better the Ming's going to be, or is the Ming actually any better?
It's got to be clipped together, isn't it?
It's going to fit together, yeah.
No, clipped together, isn't it? The Ming one.
Yeah, it's meant to be a clip. It's meant to be a clip together, pre-painted body clipped together.
Yeah, I can't see the point.
But what you do get from the Ming one is you do get the golf scheme. Where this one you get the winning car from the ones that first year they won.
Okay.
Is there aftermarket for the golf scheme though?
Yeah, you can buy different vehicles for it. Yeah. New stuff coming from Nunu. They've got a different version of the M6 coming out with different decals on it now. They're now going to have the M6, which is the M8. Sorry, they're going to have the M8 car, which is very cool. That's a big lump, that one. Volvo 240, which they've already done, so it's a different decal scheme.
Yeah, that decal scheme's already been out as well.
That's what I thought as well. It's an aftermarket scheme, wasn't it?
That Fina Sleek is cool. I like that.
Yeah. So you got the new to light Sleek and Fina first, which looks quite cool. You've got the Peugeot 306. They're saying still for 2019. They're still saying that's going to be out.
I seen the new Beamer announced the other day. You can get that decal scheme as well.
Yes, it's like they're just catching up with what the aftermarket have done.
They probably just bought the decals and reboxed it.
Quite possibly. And what they're doing a Mazda RX-7. Now, it's not that version in the picture, from what I can tell, which is a real shame because that thing's an animal. I love RX-7s. I can't work out exactly which one they've actually done the kit of. So looking forward to seeing a bit more.
They revved
I think it might be someone.
Different doors, different front wings. It is quite different. If they did that Mazda, that's just
dream.
That's an animal, though.
Yeah, you remember the old RX-7 GTLM from Gran Turismo?
Yeah,
that was gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks like it's a Mark 1 RX-7 with a flare rear arch. There's so if you go through and search IMS, it's an IMSA car, RX-7. You can go hunt through, and there's so many different versions and years and races and
IMSA series.
Yeah, so
that 306 looks beautiful,
doesn't it? Does look good. Another one from Manufacturing Hero. They're doing the Honda NR500.
That's cool.
Cool old bike, that one. Very nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if that suspension worked.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, more than likely.
From Mini Arc, got loads of little other figures as well coming out. We've got the Welders, German soldiers with jerry cans. Shouldn't put those two together though. German tankman paint camo painting.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the guy at the back pouring the petrol down the other guys.
I was thinking myself, John.
You've got propane and butane cylinder pack as well. That'll keep some Dio people happy. And then hand pallet trolley set as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
For the win.
Good for the Dios. Some extra figures. You got Israeli tank crew from the Yom Kippur War. I'm going to try and get a Centurion from that era. I think got some good figures to go with that. Tankers that won. Ukrainian tank crew at rest as well, and the Afghan civilians.
Was that woman in the back at the Fifth Element? The alien at the end stretched.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, he put his hand in it, didn't he?
Yeah, we've all been there.
Some figures from Masterbox, German Stub 3 crew. Do like their artwork, doesn't look good. IBG, I like your artwork, it looks crap. 3RO Italian truck with 1953 anti-aircraft gun.
It's horrible, isn't it? Artwork.
IBG's artwork is just dismal. It's just not inspiring. And so many times you buy something, just simply the artwork catches you and you're like, yeah. Like this one. These make me really want to buy them just for what the heck are this lot doing in the background? He's smoking. I think he's still on fire over here. This one's rolling around laughing on the floor. This one's doing swastikas. Yeah. So you got some resin figures in 1/48 scale. Lots of people either standing around looking a little confused.
Yeah, they're looking at the other box, going, "What the hell are you guys?"
It's not doing. We're not on the same boat, are we? We're in trouble. Anyway, definitely some strange things.
The thing was here a minute ago.
Yeah. The more stuff coming out from the Tamiya. You got the US M8 light armor car Greyhound in combat patrol set.
Much
A load of little bits and bobs in there with it, and another mini art Panzer IV. This is the Biog wagon, last production.
So it's an observation tank.
I think that's what it means.
Yeah, so I think it's a fake barrel on them. There's a.
I think they did that only on the Panther. This looks like it's a proper tire. Who knows? But yeah, it's a.
Yeah, if it is, yeah, I don't know. They did put fake barrels on them.
Yeah, didn't they? I remember that on that Panther they did.
I built that.
Which seems just pointless.
It was faster, wasn't it? Fast reconnaissance.
What is good news?
The gun out.
Jaguar Revel's doing the Jaguar E-Type Coupe, brand spanking new tool. And it's got all engine and stuff in there, which looks quite good. Not actual models shown, so who knows what they've actually taken a picture of. That IBG's PZL, a couple of boxings they're actually showing now. So you've got the Polish version there, and they're going to be doing a Romanian service version as well. Hasegawa making the most of their molds. The Hitachi excavator with the crusher jaw. Looks a bit mean. The Mitsubishi Starion from Nunu.
Cool.
GRA STB version. Hero Boy, £40, €48, $52. There is a detail set of that. It's around about 20 quid.
It's just missing Jackie Chan and Jaws.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one is the Porsche 935 K3 79 Le Mans winner.
Don't like that.
I'm not that fond of it. I like it.
I really like that.
I want the flat nose one that Tamir did in the Martinis.
Oh yeah,
I like the car.
Yeah,
I like the car. It's just that scheme's a bit bland.
Yeah, they're not inspiring or grabbing, are they? It's a bit. Yes,
they'll release some aftermarket, surely. Decals.
Yeah, they're already out, mate.
Yeah.
That's the third one of those you've released now, I think.
I want them to do the different version with the back end and the different nose, and at some point. Yeah, they're just not doing the most interesting boxes, are they? Box art or the different schemes. Here are €45, $48. A couple of bits that are going to be coming out. Spot model showing that they're going to be having the 1/12 scale Calsonic Skyline.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
We know who's going to get one of
That's
them.
the one we're waiting on, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one we did. Everyone's going, wait for it. They'll be selling it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get that.
Yeah. At Saudi area, apparently, they're doing 100% new molds on a whole kit of 1/12 scale Lancia Delta.
It'd be very cool, but it'd probably be a load of crap. It's Italian.
It's got lots of hope, but not a lot of promise. So we'll see. Couple bits from Trumpeters and Sylvester. Sylvester's doing a Russian armored type Typhoon K, which I'm pretty sure is exactly the same as the Tacon one that Luke built, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And what is quite cool, they're doing the Atomic Annie in 1/35 scale.
Oh, the baby nuclear artillery.
Yeah. We're just going to drive around with the little nuclears and then fire them just over the hill. Great idea. Yeah. Stand there and watch the shockwave. Yeah. Yeah, we're quite cool.
I think both of those, that and the condensator, both had sort of, was it some 25-mile range on?
It's not great, is it?
The size of the warhead is plenty far enough away.
Give it a sunburn. AFE Club, you're going to be getting the 109G, which is like the German version of the howitzer. That's look quite strange, isn't it? They're doing a different Churchill Mark 7. from them, and it's showing an open engine bay with an engine, which is new because they've never had an engine in any of their kits before. I mean, possibly new on those ones coming out. Another one, Italian area company doing 100% new molds on a 132 Tornado GR4.
That's nice, isn't it?
That's going to be huge. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, a bit of soda crap.
It's, for you guys that like your dioramas,
You can buy a camel.
What happened to that giraffe?
I don't know. I'm not sure what the cheetah's meant to
I
be.
don't know what happened to the cheetah.
I don't know. It's
Bouncing on Coke cans.
yeah, the giraffe. You know those.
Needs armbands, that giraffe.
It doesn't need armbands. No, I'm not.
Who's going to remember that? No one.
Yeah,
Oh, jumpers.
yeah. Can giraffe swim? Yeah.
Go on.
They don't need to swim. Got really long necks.
The ostrich looks quite good, though.
Whoever did the ostrich,
I'll tell you what, that thing's got a cracking pair of legs on it.
that's a KFC chicken wing, that is. Yeah, the giraffe. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. And then the cheetah. It's like they went really good and then just went downhill. And then got to the cheetah. And
Yeah, the giraffe, I'm going to stick my neck out and say it doesn't look very good.
Oh,
All right, stick competition.
Trumpeters 144 Vulcan B2 is out and available now from E-Models. £30, 36 euros to $39. A very good alternative to a massive 172 one.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's a sensible scale to do that thing in it.
Do like it. It does look good looking plane.
There were people who want it in 132, but you know.
Yeah, they're weird. This one's a new release over from Trumpeter. This is the 1/350th CV1 Langley, which was a standard ship converted. This was the very first American aircraft carrier.
Yeah. What was that? Was it?
It was a normal ship with a.
Yeah, I think was that an Omaha class beforehand.
So I don't know. I was reading it and I forgot to see what it says. Yeah, it's a standard ship, and they just built this and put that on top.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the very first aircraft carrier that the US had. It's not cheap. The base kit's £85, 102 euros, $111. The aftermarket set, which is by Pontos, which gives you the decking and a load of the photo etch, is an extra £59, 71 euros, $77. So together,
8 sheets of etch and a wooden deck. So
60 quid for a Pontos set is probably roughly about what they're really going to cost you anyway. It's not bad. It's just it does make it expensive when you buy them both together. But it's a bit of a very much American history.
yeah, it's going to be a long-term build as well, isn't it? All those ships are.
Yes, there's that Trumpeter radar. I was going to put all the numbers and letters, but it makes no sense. So I'm just going to call it radar. Radar. E-Models, £85, 102 euros, $111. Not cheap though.
Apparently, the Langley was a converted Collier.
There you go. Thank you.
Norman.
A couple of books now. HMH Publications are doing a book on the MiG-31. Nice looking front bit there. Action cockpit, fuselage, weapons, and something else at the bottom there. So it well worth a good look book if you're doing build the MiG-31. Veterans can be able to get hold of that. £22 posted, 26 euros, $29. And then the other one out at the moment, which might be good for Al. They got the BAE Systems Harrier 2. That's a great plane, that isn't it? Why we ever got stopped? It's like that and the A10, and why get rid of them? They're great planes.
5 must be 172nd, is it?
Hey,
That's a book, mate.
the book.
Oh, book. Sorry.
He's hard work, isn't he?
Away, just away.
One scale book out.
Yeah. Action cockpit, use large weapons and maintenance. So if you want to get info on a Harrier 2, Petrol Smalls £25, €30, $33.
I think the Harrier is one of those ones you can get a Haynes manual on as well, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much it. And that's it. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching.
Nice one, Tim.
Well done, Tim.
Awesome, Timmy.
Yeah.
Timmy.
Cute little trash panda.
Right. Try this.
What we got?
Let's rub in that chat, John, and we'll call it a night, I think.
We start with on.
Andre's asking
Sorry, go on, John.
if we had to pick one amongst the Eurofighter, the Dassault Rafale, or the Saab, which would we build?
Griffin.
Griffin. I'll probably go the Rafale.
I'd probably go Raphael as well.
And also says that the Tornado may be the Italian one that was shot down during Desert Storm. One of the pilots was from Andrea's hometown. Michael says he thinks the GR1s were probably Royal Saudi Air Force. Caleb wants the SU-100. We had GR1s. That's Al giving us the difference between a GR1 and a GR4. So some sticky outy bits then out.
Yep.
There's one deleted one gun, didn't they?
They deleted one gun. They've got the second radar under the nose and a few of the aerials, and that's it. They had to delete the gun for the radar, the two chins there, so that's it.
As Andy says, finally some American muscle from Tamiya.
Yep.
Caleb saying the Mini Art T34 looks sexy. Yep, it will be. As Drew says, Zuki did a Kettenkrad. The Meng is the click together pre-painted GT, as we said. And word is Trumpy sold the molds to another company to produce the GC40.
Oh, okay.
Justin wants an E-type convertible. Just get your sprue cutters and chop the roof off. You'll be fine. General.
Levy?
General chit chat. No. Yes, the General Italeri sucks.
Who said that in the chat? Who said that?
I'm paraphrasing that Italeri sucked.
Who said the name?
It's Andrea, yeah. He said they suck so often, they used to suck when he was a kid 35 years ago. Probably the same kids. Yes, we have made the gestures for our significant others where needed, Dan, for Valentine's. Darryl saying good night. Hope you catch us in a hangout for the weekend.
Yeah.
Michael said his dad saw a lot of Saudi GR1s at the Haran. Yeah, something like that. RSAF airfield during Desert Storm, along with the Saudi F-15s. And we're caught up.
Excellent. What we got to do, Tim? What we've been buying?
Yeah.
Do you want to crack on? You okay?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Forgot we had that left, to be honest.
No.
I'd have done it earlier and spread it out if I remembered. Tim looks how I feel.
Oh, I don't know.
Dan looks shattered as well.
I'm cream cracking, mate.
Sam's turned to somebody else.
Oh,
Not saying anything.
Yeah, it's like Clark Kent and Superman, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the curl at the front of my head.
Yeah.
It's normally the curl in your lip we worry about.
So here it gets me.
Yeah, we'll have that curl earlier on.
no. I was going to say something then.
I'm knackered.
Start spinning half now. saying what I got then.
Hey?
We can start off with me and saying half an hour what I bought recently. Got the Wingnuts PFA the 12. Really like look at that one. Nice looking. Wanted to get the 300 SL again.
Cool.
I'll get a different colour. Not sure what colour yet though. Couple of books. How to build the Albatross. And the D3, the Gopher, the Bristol, and the Ninac books. Got the Fiat as well.
Nice.
Managed to get that for a good price. Very happy with that. A couple of sets of decals for the Stockwell Dolphin and the D3. Also for the D12 and the Gopher. Big clean. Got my artwork frame all sorted out.
Oh, nice.
Also got the handy drill. Very handy. Yeah. I finished the build this year so far. And picked up the dual list so I could get hold of the kit in the background. So that kit on its own is the same price as this whole kit. So.
Really?
Norman got a kit and finished it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, and he got the special Polish prototype tank. That does look so cool.
Not a massive amount of parts in the box, like.
No, I bet it's probably quite limited. I bet this is all one. Is that all one piece then? That side.
Yeah, a whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheeky. I think Dan got the Cheers Dan handy electric drill.
Yep.
I should be on commission from Amazon because they all sold out.
Ned got hold of the Pro Marked AMG and the B&W M3 Evolution.
And you got another one?
And he got another one. Well, why blew him not? I bet it wasn't £9.97 though.
Right.
Dan, what did you buy there, Dan? Oh, plug sockets, clamp, sharpener, or is that? Oh no, that's a shape.
Yeah, shape thing
as well.
Contour gauge.
A contour gauge. Thank you very much.
Condor.
Acrylic fluor paints, so fluorescence.
Yes.
Cool.
Looking good.
And then he bought this little wooden helicopter thing.
I was watching Dan put that together. It looked like he was building one of those Christmas angel things that are made out of wood.
Oh, you know what? It was so easy but so complicated all of the same. You know, we like shite instructions and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's built and I'm happy.
Adam got hold of the Yamaha YZRM1. Good. You got that weird looking Skyline 60th anniversary version. You got hold of the Ultimate Sabre.
Cool.
Nice kit. And you got hold of the Fiat. Had the bike ready, but you managed to get the Rossi figure to go with it.
Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, very good.
Radim got hold of the SG25 from them people. Where is it? Oh, yeah. And the Edwards jugs over Italy. And meters of thermoplastic for costume making. Cool. I think he wants to dress himself up as a Thunderbird. Al got hold of the Prowler.
Oh.
He's also got caught being a Prowler.
Mm-hmm.
Different conversation.
Twice.
The Ultimate Angry Owl parts holder.
Prototype, house testing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should see it on the site eventually.
And they do look good. And they do
Yep.
hold. So perfect.
Yeah, it's a 32nd scale Mirage 3C there.
Wow.
Nice. Working well. Also got some tape, some Tamiya's, some Aribos, and some glue. John Stone went big and brave.
Nice.
Talieri 1/9 scale Kessingrad. That's massive in that scale. It's a big lump, that one. He got the big gun boom thing from the Russian Navy.
It's cool as well.
That's cool, that is.
Helicopter's amazing in the background, isn't it?
Hey?
I love the helicopter in the background. I can't remember which one.
Helix. It's a weird looking.
Yeah.
Cool as hell.
Lovely.
Proper. It's just Russian, isn't it? It's we're not going to do anything like the rest of them. We're going to do it our way. Stephen's been busy. He's got the Drifty AE86 Torino. Trino, yeah, Trino. Alan 13 miniatures, nice figures, these ones. Bristol Blending, Western Wessex, and the Huey book. Couple of pencils and a little pot of paint.
What's the serve, sir?
Luke's got the Black Hawk, the Sea King, and the Flight Path.
Nice.
Very nice. And also the CH-46.
Oh,
Good ball, nice bullfrog. And then the Tomcat as well.
oh, nice.
Very cool. And then last, I sent him a little book. I thought he'd like that one.
Nice.
Armor of the 100-Hour War.
Nice.
Oh, mate, and that is us done.
Excellent. Well done, Tim.
Nice one, Tim.
That's it. I've got no energy.
No, I'm done. I'm literally spent today. I've had enough.
Don't go to bed.
I'm absolutely shattered.
That done, didn't it?
Yeah.
There we go, everyone. Thanks everyone that's tuned in and watched. Everyone that's joined in the chat. Competition winners, don't forget to email me on the email address in the description of the video, and I'll sort that out for you. Thanks for these guys for helping today as well as usual. And we'll see you next Friday. And have a good weekend. See you all later.
Bye.
Bye, people.